Good afternoon, everyone. Coming to you live from a beautiful Peeler Complex on the West Campus of Georgia College. It's time once again for Bobcat softball on the Bobcat Broadcast Network. Assistant Athletic Director Al Weston alongside Graduate Assistant Sports Information Reed Van Werk going to bring you today's action. Should be a good one. Two evenly matched teams here. We got the Shorter Hawks of the Gulf South Conference coming to town to take on your Bobcats. Shorter 9-8 overall. And the Bobcats 10-8 on the season, so very evenly matched squads here. Looks like they're both having very similar seasons, good hitting and at times suspect pitching for both squads. So we'll see which will come into play here today. And Reed, I guess in between pitches here, if you can fire through the starting lineup maybe for Shorter, and then we'll come back after the break, huh?
All right, yeah, that sounds good. So for leading off for Shorter today, we have Tiffany Holland. Junior center fielder. She's batting 418 on the year. And backing her up at second base is Carson Carricker. She'll be at second. Taylor Martin will be in the 3 spot at short. And after this pitch.
All right, swung on, sent to short. That's Amber Coy over there. She fires across with little trouble for out number 1.
Okay, so batting cleanup for Shorter is catcher Kaylee Combs. Behind her is the designated player Lindsay Newell. Batting 6th is the first baseman, Danny Lucas. Batting 7th in left field is Abby Valdez. At the hot corner is Ashley Langle. And batting 9th in right field is Kiara Dudley. So, hey, managed to get through there without just only going through one batter there.
Yep, just lost one batter. This one chopped up the middle. This is Carricker, first pitch swinging, and that's the first hit of the ball game. As Shorter has a 1-out base runner here. And again, that whole lineup taking on Becca Mead, the right-hander. She's a junior with a 4-3 record, making her 10th appearance, her 8th start. She does have 4 complete games to her credit. A 2.72 ERA, 38 2/3 innings pitched, 38 hits now after that one, and 23 runs, 15 of them earned, 13 walks, 28 strikeouts. Opponents hitting 248 against the right-hander. Here comes the next offer from Mead. This is Martin here. What numbers do we have for Martin here, Reed?
The junior Martin is batting .396 on the year. She has 13 RBIs, which is a team-leading stat, and her slugging percentage is .698, so look for her to make some noise today.
Carricker over at first, not a stolen base threat, has yet to attempt one on the season. That pitch missed inside to Martin. Tough count here. It's 2-0, a hitter's count for a hitter. As you mentioned, the best on the squad. She's got 4 home runs, a pair of doubles, a triple, and a team-high 13 RBI. 2-0 pitch. And that one nips the outside corner. Needed that pitch there, Reed, in order to get back in this at-bat.
Absolutely, and it looked like that might have been a touch outside, too. So if Mead can take advantage of that outside corner here, she'll be rolling.
Mead in her first year with the Bobcats, transferred in from Georgia Highlands College. She's a Winder, Georgia native. 2-1 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Nice pitch there. Again, just off the edge, trying to stretch the outside of that strike zone to the right-hand batter.
Absolutely taking advantage of that early. See if she'll work something back in or if she'll stick with that outside fastball.
So a good battle back here from Mead. She's evened things out at 2-2. Here it comes. Swung on a miss. She struck her out. Big strikeout there early as the most potent of the Hawk bats goes down swinging.
Yeah, that was a good sequence there by Mead, and she started off pretty much right on the outside corner there, then gradually worked her way out and almost into the left-handed batter's box. So good strikeout pitch from Mead.
Yeah, starting off 2-0, you had to get a little nervous and maybe think about putting her on with how potent that bat is. Now we got Kaylee Combs, the catcher. That's a lot of "k" in that sentence.
Yeah, right you are.
Swung on and missed there. What do we got for Combs?
Let's see here. She's batting .333 on the year. Not as many RBIs as Martin. She has 4 on the year with a slugging percentage of .333.
Yeah, so all 7 of her hits have gone for singles. Just 7 games played. This is the 8th game and 8th start for Combs as this one chopped to the right side foul. Going to be 0-2 count now for her. So either a sub or perhaps an injury for Shorter as the first 3 hitters have played and started all 17 ball games up until this point. So go to the cleanup spot, and you got someone who's playing in less than half that. Pitch taken outside. It's 1-2.
Yeah, pretty tough spot for a replacement player to come into, stepping into that cleanup spot. But let's see if Combs can break through.
So Combs, the freshman, deep in the hole here, 1-2, with a runner on first base and 2 down. Swung on, ripped to center. That was a hard hit ball. Going to get down easily in front of Snyder. And another single for the Hawks. They got first and second now with 2 down.
Yeah, that was a very hard hit ball up the middle. I think Meade heard that ball whizzing by her ear on that way past.
Yep, laser beam up the middle. 2 hits now for the Hawks in the first, but no damage done. Got the opportunity to limit it if we can get this designated player, Lindsey Newell.
Yeah, the sophomore Newell batting .340 on the year. Second on the team in RBIs has 10 on the year, behind Martin.
Fouls this one off the fence in front of us here. Just a couple of runs scored for Newell. She does have 3 doubles and a home run among those 16 hits. That's a .468 for the slugging percentage.
Yeah, that's good for second on the team as far as slugging percentage goes.
Now, after Newell, the batting average has dropped off considerably here for Shorter, as the rest are below the Mendoza line. This is pitch taken outside. Nope, nips the corner. Okay.
Yeah, I think that umpire is going to be giving that today.
So look for that on both sides. Going to stretch that zone outside to the right-hand bat.
You saw he had a doubleheader coming today, so he set the tone early with his strike zone.
I think so. He's got plans this evening.
Yeah.
Meade with it now on an 0-2. Well outside. Tried to get her to fish for one. She would not.
Yeah, but looking at the lineup here, like you said, the last 4 hitters in the Shorter lineup are below the Mendoza line there. So if Meade can successfully get through the first 5 batters of the lineup and limit the damage, then she might be okay.
Yeah, pretty key at bat right here. If
for
you
sure.
Get this out, you're looking at big swing and a miss. She struck her out. How about 2 strikeouts in the very first inning? Looking strong here early is Becca Meade. We're going to stay here. I'm going to have Reed fired through the Georgia College starters for us.
Sounds good. So for the Bobcats this afternoon, starting at short and leading off will be sophomore Amber Coy. Backing her up in right field will be freshman Sarah Couch. In center field will be the junior Caroline Snyder. And batting cleanup for the Bobcats will be third baseman Haley Howell. She's a freshman. Batting cleanup for the Bobcats. In the 5th spot will be left fielder Holland Corsi. In the 6th spot behind the plate will be Caitlin Davis. Senior Bailey Hall will be batting 7th at second base. The designated player, Hannah Corsi, will be batting 8th. And Sutton Long will be over at first and will be batting 9th. So look for the Bobcats to get something on the board here early in the first, get up to an early advantage, and maybe set the tone for the afternoon.
Yeah, interesting there that both sides cleanup hitters are freshmen.
Yeah.
So you don't see that very often. They're all going to be taking on Julie Sanderlin, making her 6th appearance and start. She does have 3 complete games, a 3-0 record, 3.89 on the ERA. 27 innings pitched, 31 hits, 17 runs, just 15 of them earned, 12 walks and 16 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .282 against the right-hand pitcher, Sanderlin. She is a freshman. And Sanderlin, 5'6" from Smyrna, Georgia, and North Cobb High.
And all 3 of her wins have been complete game wins, so look for her to go the distance. She is not afraid to close out games herself. But it looks like she may have some control issues. She has 12 walks on the year with 6 wild pitches, so Bobcats might look to be a little more patient at the dish.
Yeah, something you might be able to take advantage of there. But ERA 3.89, I mean, she's got a 3-0 mark as well, so it has maybe effectively wild for her, I guess,
sure.
so far.
Now Amber Coy steps into the dish for the Bobcats, batting .393 on the year with 11 RBIs and 5 doubles. She leads the Bobcats in slug percentage at .536.
Rock and the fire here to Coy. She thought about a bunt, pulls it back, takes the ball outside.
Amber Coy has a team leading 14 walks on the year. Draws a lot of walks in that leadoff spot. That's very valuable.
Low and inside, and she's halfway to one of those walks right now. And that pitch misses as well. About a quick 3-0 count for your Bobcat leadoff hitter. Trying to get that leadoff runner on. Can really get the wheels rolling then after that point.
Yeah, leadoff walks kill usually lead to a big inning.
3-0 pitch, and that grabs the outside corner. Coy taken all the way. 3-1 delivery, and that grabs the strike zone as well. Coy's now going to have to get the bat off her shoulder.
Looked like she was taken all the way there. Looked like on once she got the 3-0, she was taking 2 pitches.
Yeah, walks as good as a single in that case. Now we'll see on 3-2, chop foul down the third baseline. Coy from Warner Robins had been third baseman up until about 2 weeks ago. Been a little while since we've seen our softball Bobcats.
Yeah, it seems like forever. They haven't been home in a while.
Yeah, we were supposed to have an Albany State doubleheader last week. They got pushed back to March 29th because of some weather. It fell back to the fence, and Coy staying alive here 3-2. But, yes, we've been on the road for a little bit. Slid Coy over to shortstop. And now Haley Howell, the freshman, over at the hot corner.
And they shifted Bailey Hall over to second base. She was previously the shortstop.
Payoff pitch is low and inside. Ball 4. Didn't miss by much, but Coy takes the walk. Team leading 15 now on the season. So she'll step on the first base bag and bring up Sarah Couch, the right fielder. Tough lefty bat. She leads the team in batting average, Reed.
Yeah, 422 on the year. Not as many RBIs. She's got 5 on the year, but a solid slugging percentage at .511.
Successful sacrifice bunt there. Got the 5-4 put out. So Couch does her job. Sacrifice bunt to slide the runner over into scoring position for Caroline Snyder.
Caroline Snyder, the junior 3-hitter, batting .353 on the year. Slugging percentage probably not where she'd like it at .392, but still pretty solid. Waiting the first pitch.
That one poured on the outside corner for a strike. Snyder from Tennille, Georgia, can slap and also give you a full swing from that left-hand side. Playing and starting in her 18th ball game. She rolls this one to second. Tough play there as it hopped up on Carricker a bit. She kind of backpedaled and then flipped over to first. Nicely done.
Yeah, she was kind of in between hops on that one. Tough to not let the ball play you in that situation, but she did a good job of keeping it in front of her and getting the out.
So 2 down now. If we're going to score a run, it's probably going to be because of the freshman Haley Howell, third baseman, having a good first year.
Yeah, Haley Howell is having a good first year. She's batting .306 on the year with a team-leading 11 RBIs, tied with Amber Coy and Holland Corsi.
First pitch coming in, and it grabs the outside corner for a strike. Howell had her first career home run over the weekend up at the tournament at Young Harris.
Howell looking for a big 2-out single here in the first, give the Bobcats an early lead.
A little bit off the edge. That pitch has been there sometimes today. So,
yeah, it seemed to be there last inning. It didn't look too far out.
yep, Sandelin wanted the call there, did not get it. And now Howell's evened up at 1-1. Amber Coy over at third base. She led the game off with a walk and a couple ground outs later. Howell's job to bring her in. 1-2 the count after that foul ball. Howell got the double braid going. It's a lot of hair right there.
That is.
Because it is deep into the back as well. We're looking like below number range.
Yeah, it's kind of deceiving from up here once you let that all out. I mean, it's a lot more than you think.
1-2 pitch, and that's low and inside. 2-2. Stopped nicely there by the catcher Combs, a freshman. Not a whole lot of foul territory behind the plate. Some of those wild pitches can be pretty close at the dish.
Yeah, it all depends on which way it kicks. If it kicks up the line a little bit, the runner on third will have a chance to score. If it shoots right back towards the catcher, they won't have a chance.
Deuce's wild pitch is popped foul to the left side. It will get out of play on top of the first base dugout.
Yep, and we're back at Deuces Wild again. So, first one of the day.
There it is.
I was going to say it before, but you you caught me before I had the chance.
2-2 the count, 2 down, runner on third. Howell looking to deliver. Has choked up on the bat a little bit, cut on, and just got a piece of it in the dirt. I thought she missed it there.
PBC Freshman of the Year, Jordan Thomas just entered the Peeler Complex.
It is Sea of Green Day today, so the other sports teams encouraged strongly to attend, we'll say.
Absolutely. A little chilly in Milledgeville today, so we might not get as good as a turnout as we had hoped.
Yeah, early start, too. Swung
True.
on and lifted to center, back, but not deep enough. As trailing back to get this one is Tiffany Holland for out number 3. Howell got a lot of it, but not quite enough. We'll end the first inning scoreless. We'll head to the second, be right back with more softball on the Bobcat Broadcast Network.
All right, folks, welcome back here at the Peeler Complex, starting the top of the second inning with the Shorter Hawks coming up to the plate. Danny Lucas leading things off for Shorter, and she wastes a pitch from Meade, and she winds and delivers ball 1. Lucas quickly ahead 1-0. So the Bobcats tried to make some noise in the first inning with a leadoff walk, but wasn't able to get the first run of the game in. Looking to limit Shorter to no runs here in the top of the second. Get right back in. That pitch is in there for a strike. Evens the count at 1-1. Junior Lucas is batting 191 on the year. 4 RBIs. This is the part of the Shorter lineup that has a substandard average. It's that 1-1 pitch misses outside. So as a pitcher here for me, she's going to want to attack these hitters the best she can, make them get themselves out instead of trying to strike them out. Attacking the hitters. And the 2-1 pitch is fisted and grounded to Hall, and she makes a tough play, but Long can't hold on to it at first base, and that will be an error on the first baseman, Sutton Long, and the first runner is aboard. That was a tough play by Hall. It was kind of an in-between number between the first baseman and pitcher, and she came in hard on it and had to make a quick throw, and it was tough for Sutton to make that play because the throw was so close. So no outs here, top of the second. Runner on first with Abby Valdez stepping to the plate. Valdez 182 on the year. 4 total hits with 2 doubles. And she squares around a bunt, and that's going to be foul. So Meade quickly ahead, 0-1 to Valdez. Likely she'll be bunting again. Here at the bottom of the order, they'll be playing a lot of small ball, try and get them on, get them over, get them in the best they can. get a runner on second with 2 chances to score the runner. So the 0-1 coming from Meade. Squares around and pulls back, ball 1. Brings the count even, 1-1. So the bunt defense that Georgia College has going right now, they have third baseman and first baseman crashing with the second baseman Bailey Hall rotating over and covering first, and shortstop Coy covering second. So that pitch catches the outside corner for strike 2, brings the count to 1-2. Just a visual for anyone that's curious about their bunt defense. I know I might just be a baseball nerd talking about it, but
They're all curious.
and the 1-2 from Meade. That ball is high and out of the zone. Evens the count at 2-2. So 2 strikes on Valdez. She's not squared around any longer, so she'll be swinging away. That ball is swung on and lifted into center. Snyder's there to make the first out of the inning. So 1 out, 1 runner on, as Ashley Langle, the sophomore, steps to the plate, batting 188 on the year with 9 hits. One of those hits being a home run. First pitch is swung on and missed, strike 1, 0-1. Maybe look for something to be in motion here with a runner on first, 1 out, maybe a hit and run, something along those lines. And the 0-1. Ball just misses outside. Meade's really trying to attack that outside corner. She's doing a good job of establishing that corner early on and kind of inching off the plate as the game progresses. Expanding the strike zone. And the 1-1 squared around and bunted foul. So Langle waited for a strike on her before she squared around to bunt. Maybe confuse the defense a little bit. But that brings the count to 1-2. Now look for Lucas to take off. No go. That's check swing to third. Haley Howell comes and fields it and throws over to first for out number 2. And advances Lucas to second base with 2 outs in the inning.
Number 10, Kara Dudley.
So just as good as a bunt. But now we have 2 outs here in the top of the second with the last chance for shorter. And Kiera Dudley at the plate for shorter. First pitch is swung on, foul tip, strike 1. Meade doing a good job of throwing first pitch strikes, getting ahead, staying ahead. Makes a huge difference as a pitcher, confidence level. And the 0-1. That's in there for strike 2. That was right down Broadway. Dudley may have been looking for an off speed there. Brings the count to 0-2 with 2 outs. Look for me to throw something out of the strike zone here. And the 0-2. And that one's way up and out of the strike zone. Ball 1. Brings the count to 1-2. So she elevated that pitch there. Let's see if she'll go with that little cutter or slurve type thing she has that breaks off the outside corner. And that's exactly what she did. Strike 3. Swung on and missed. So that brings us to the end of the top of the second. Bobcats due up 0-0 here at the Peeler Complex. Stay with us on the Bobcat Broadcast Network. All right, folks, welcome back. Little quick intermission there in between innings. That'll bring Holland Corsi to the dish for the Bobcats, looking to get something going here in the bottom of the second. Bobcats still looking for their first hit of the day. And with Corsi hitting 375 on the year with 11 RBIs and 18 hits, there's a good chance we might see one. She digs in and awaits the pitch from Sanderlin. And the wind and delivery. That ball is swung on and slapped through the left side. And that's going to be a single for Corsi. Corsi's 19th hit of the year. Gets the Bobcats going here in the bottom of the second. Catcher Caitlin Davis approaches the plate here. Davis also batting .375 on the year with 6 RBIs. Slugging percentage of .531. Be interesting to see if Coach Jamie Gradecki lays down a bunt here to get a runner in scoring position early. No sign of a square, but that first pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1. And Jamie Gradecki calls time. And we might have a issue here. A scoring issue, I should say. Coach Gradecki just called Davis out of the box and is discussing something with their scorekeeper. I think she just wanted to verify that they weren't batting out of order. And they are not. So, just a brief pause in action. We'll get right back to it here. And Davis is behind 0-1 with a runner on first, nobody out. And the wind and delivery from Sanderlin. Davis squares but pulls back, ball 1. So Coach Gradecki looking to get Corsi over to second early here in the bottom of the second. Set up a chance to score a run. And the 0-1, I'm sorry, the 1-1. That's in there for a strike. Brings the count to 1-2. That was a good pitch there by Sanderlin. Caught the low and inside corner. So the 1-2 coming from Sanderlin. Pitch is swung on and lifted deep into right. That's got a chance. And that ball is out of here. That's a 2-run shot from Caitlin Davis. So touch them all for the Bobcats here in the bottom of the second, giving them a 2-0 advantage. Little Oppo Taco action there for Caitlin Davis. The ball was struck well. So Bobcats strike first with a 2-run shot here in the bottom of the second. And now lead 2-0 over Shorter. Still no outs here. So Bailey Hall looks to start things up again here for the Bobcats. The seniors batting 7th, batting .226 on the year. 9 ribbies and 12 hits. Looks to get things going again here for Georgia College. First pitch is in there for a strike, catches the outside corner. Good pitch there by Sanderlin. Hall steps back into the box, waits the 0-1 from Sanderlin. Ball just misses inside, evens the count at 1-1. Hall asks for time and steps in the box. The 1-1. Ball is swung on and struck up the middle. That's going to be a single for Hall and gets things going again for the Bobcats. Catcher Kaylee Combs wants to have a word with Sanderlin after 3 consecutive hits by the Bobcats. Doesn't happen very often that teams in bass sports get 3 hits in the same inning. Actually a 1 in 27 chance of that happening. Fun stat of the day. As Hannah Corsi steps into the plate for the Bobcats with no outs and a runner on first. And the runner takes off. Hall's going to get there easily. Stolen base for Bailey Hall. Good pitch to go on. Pitcher missed her spot inside, and it was an uncontested stolen base. So Hannah Corsi ahead in the count early, 1-0. And the pitch, he squares around and lays one down to first. Lucas fields and throws and gets her at first. Man, that was a close play. That was bang, bang, but she is called out for the first out of the inning, but Hall advances to third on the sacrifice. So 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Sutton Long looks to drive in the third run of the inning for the Bobcats. Anything in the outfield will do. Looks like they're giving her the left center gap. Pretty wide open out there. Playing left field line pretty tight. First pitch is up and out of the zone, ball 1. Sutton steps back into the box. Waits the pitch from Sanderlin. The 1-0. That pitch is in there, strike 1. Evens the count at 1-1. As the Milledgeville resident Sutton Long steps back into the box, awaits the 1-1. That ball is high and out of the zone, 2-1. Sanderlin looks to be trying to establish that inside corner early. Still trying to find it. The 2-1. She tries for the outside corner there, but just misses outside. 3-1. So good hitters count here for Sutton. See if she'll be swinging away here with a runner on third and 1 out. First base open. And she's swinging. That's a looper into right center. That's going to get down. That's going to be 2. Easy. Could be 3. It's fumbled around by the right fielder, and she's going to be standing up at third with a double and an error on the right fielder, Dudley. Dudley got to the ball and kicked it around a little bit, giving Sutton Long the opportunity to extend that double to 3. So that double scores a run for the Bobcats, making it the third of the inning and giving them a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the second. And now we are back at the top of the order. Amber Coy, who led off the game with a walk, steps into the dish. And that pitch is in there for strike 1. So 1 out here in the second. The 0-1 misses up and out of the zone, evens the count at 1-1. Looks like Shorter has their infield in. Yep. So they're not going to be giving us any more runs. They're trying to limit the damage here early in the game. As that 1-1 pitch is in there for a strike, making the count 1-2. So Sanderlin ahead in the count on Amber Coy. Amber Coy just looking to put something in play here with 1 out. See if she can drive that run in. Yeah, the 1-2. That ball is chopped to second. Carricker goes right through her legs, and that will be an error on her. And that will score Sutton from third and make the game 4-0.
RBI on the play.
Still an RBI, according to the statistician Al Weston. The runner would have scored despite the error. So we got a runner on first, 1 out, with Sarah Couch coming to the plate. First pitch is low, ball 1. Look for Amber Coy to take off here. 1 out. The ball is slap foul. Evens the count at 1-1. Couch steps back into the plate away in the 1-1. That ball is going to miss outside, and Coy takes off and steals second. So we have another runner in scoring position for the Bobcats with 1 out. Another good pitch for the Bobcats. A steal on that ball was well out of the zone. I don't know if it was a straight steal off the bat or if Amber Coy read it, but she reaches second. That ball is popped up to the shortstop, Martin. That'll be the second out of the inning. Bring Caroline Snyder to the plate. So another chance for Caroline to drive in a run with a runner on second. See if she can come through here in the bottom of the second. Extend the Bobcats' lead to 5. And Sanderlin winds in, delivers. That ball is going to get away from Combs. And that's going to be a wild pitch on Sanderlin, with Coy reaching third. So Snyder looking to find some green here with 2 outs. Drive in her 7th RBI of the year. And that 1-0 just misses off the outside corner. Brings the count to 2-0. So good hitters count here for for Snyder. She'll probably be swinging away here. And yes, she is, and she swings at a ball out of the zone, but fouls it back for strike 1. Brings the count to 2-1. She knew she was going to see a good pitch, so she jumped all over it. But unfortunately, it wasn't that great of a pitch to hit. So 2-1. First base open. Runner on third. 4-0 Bobcats. And the 2-1 ball is smacked foul. Brings the count to 2-2. Deuces Wild, second time of the afternoon at the Peeler Complex. As we wait for our left fielder to get back to position. And Snyder steps back into the box, awaiting the 2-2 from Sanderlin. And the 2-2. Ball is swung on and chopped to Carricker. She makes a good play, but not in time at first. That's going to be an infield single for Snyder. Jeez, that seems like it'd be a really tough play for that first baseman. That was kind of an in-between play. Or that ball was chopped in between the first baseman and second baseman, which drew her off the bag, and she had to make her way back to the bag while the second baseman, Carricker, had to throw the ball with a lot of velocity towards her, and she still made the play, but Snyder beat it out. But the infield single by Snyder drives in another run for the Bobcats, and that makes it 5-0 here with 2 outs in the second. And Snyder takes off, but that ball's fouled back by Haley Howell. So it's 0-1 with 2 outs here in the second. Haley Howell at the dish. See if Snyder takes off again. Try and get another runner in scoring position here with 2 outs. It's likely that Coach Gradecki will. As that 0-1 pitch misses just off the outer half. Brings the count to 1-1. You'd think with a 5-0 lead, it wouldn't be too bashful with sending a runner here with 2 outs, trying to get an extra runner in scoring position. Yeah, the 1-1. Ball is swung on and lifted foul. Brings the count to 1-2. So if she wasn't running on 1-1, she's probably definitely running here on 1-2. Howell does have a home run on the year. Maybe looking for an all-or-nothing swing here. 2-2. Snyder takes off, but it's strike 3. So that stolen base doesn't count or matter, and that will end the inning. But 5 runs for the Bobcats, including a 2-run shot by Caitlin Davis to get things going for Georgia College. See if Becca Mead can put up a big 0 for the Bobcats here in the third. Stay with us. Bobcat Broadcast Network. All right, folks, welcome back. We're here at the top of the third inning at the Peeler Complex on Georgia College West Campus. With the top of the order, 4 shorter, due up. Tiffany Holland, the junior center fielder. Team leader in batting average at .418. Looking to start a rally here for shorter after giving up 5 in the bottom of the second. As the first pitch from Meade misses just outside. Brings the count to 1-0. Meade looking for a big 0 here after a 5 spot by the Georgia College Bobcats. Always nice getting your defense off the field quick after having a big inning. That ball is chopped to Bailey Hall at second place for the easy out. 4-3 put out for the Bobcats. 1 out here in the top of the third.
Number 5, Carson Carricker.
Brings Carson Carricker, the second baseman, for shorter to the plate. Meade looks in for the sign, and she's ready. Nope, never mind. Steps off the back of the rubber. Didn't like it. Now she's ready, and the wind in delivery. That ball is in there for strike 1. Catches the inside corner. Good pitch. Brings the count to 0-1. Meade ahead early. And it looks like we're going to get Al Weston back on the broadcast here after fighting some technical difficulties.
Oh, man. Peter did a little shutdown right mid-game. That's always fun.
Not ideal. That ball is swung out and lifted deep into left. That's got a chance, and that's out of here.
That wasn't ideal either.
That wasn't either. Mitten, you should get back off the broadcast.
Oh, dear.
So a solo shot from Carson Carricker. That's her first of the year. Puts shorter on the board. Bobcats now lead 5-1. Jeez, it took 1 pitch.
Yeah, that was first pitch of the at-bat there. That was, lifted to left. I thought originally off the bat that Holland might have a shot at it, but yeah, it just kept carrying a little bit.
It did. I'm not
up over the fence there.
Yeah, I'm not sure which way the wind's blowing. I don't know if it helped at all, but can't see a flag from where I'm at. But it sounded like it was struck pretty well.
All right, so with that run across, now we have the shortstop, Taylor Martin, up. Her first trip was a strikeout swing, and that was back in the first. Meade, we'll see how she rebounds from giving up her first run of the ball game. Pitch misses inside for a 1-0 count.
Yeah, the pitch didn't look to miss by much either. She's starting to attack that inner half of the plate.
Yeah, it looks like it's got a little inward movement, kind of screwball or a two-seam fastball-ish kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they call it in softball.
Yeah, obviously you can move all 4 directions in softball.
Sure.
As that one misses outside, 2-0. Now the count to Martin. Again, Martin, the most dangerous bat in this Hawks lineup. 4 home runs, a team leader in RBI as well. The rock and the 2-0 pitch is off the fist and foul.
That's
So
probably
we'll see if last time she did the same thing here, started out 2-0 and then battled back for a strikeout. We'll see if we can repeat that case here. Batting average at .389 now as Martin fouls that one back. 2-2 now the count. 1 down here in the top of the third. Bobcats lead at 5-1.
Yeah, well, Meade worked her way back from a 2-0, got it back even to 2-2. See what pitch he goes with here for the putout.
Yeah, got her swinging on a outside pitch, I remember.
Yep.
In the previous at bat. See if maybe we go back outside there again.
Looks that way. There she
And
goes.
She swings, but sends it to first base. Something long with the quick reactions over there.
Yeah, it was a good play there by Long. If that gets by her, that's 2 easily.
Good effort there by Long. Not a first baseman by trade. She's played a little bit of everything for Georgia College. Outfield and third and second. She's even caught a few ball games this year, so a little bit of everything for Sutton. Combs, the catcher, is up now with the bases empty. Her first trip, a single, hitting .364 now. Missed that first pitch, Reed. What do we get there, bud?
That was a ball, but that was the first really off-speed pitch we've seen from Meade. That seemed to be a changeup. It had some looping action to it. It's the first time I've seen that today.
All right, so pulling the string a little bit was Meade on that one. We'll see what we get here on the 1-0. A little bit outside, but it's going to grab the corner. It's 1-1. Kaylee Combs, the freshman catcher, in her 8th game of her collegiate career. Starts every pitch with the fake square around. Very interesting. 1-1 pitch, and that's a bit outside.
Yeah, I still haven't understood that. I've seen that a lot this year from a multitude of teams, and I'm still trying to understand the logic behind it.
We got somebody that does that. I can't remember who it is. It's one of our freshmen.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a new batting technique, get that timing down. I guess. I'm not sure.
That's what I was thinking.
Here comes the 2-1. Cut on and missed, and Combs is now in the hole here, 2-2. Got Deuces Wild once again at the Peeler Complex.
I'm almost like thinking about it as a golf swing, because like a golf swing, you start there, right where you hit the ball, then
come back,
bring back, and I don't know if it gives you more bat speed or.
Yeah, it seems like off-speed pitches might throw you off as
well.
well. 2-2 pitch came inside, and everybody but the umpire thought it was strike 3. At least all the folks in the green and white camo did anyway.
Yeah, that seemed to be a good pitch there from Meade. Good pitch on the inside corner.
Yep, Meade had a foot and a half in the dugout on that one. It's going to be a payoff pitch instead. And we'll see what Combs can do with this. Here it comes. Swung on, and it's lifted to the right side. Going to be just shallow on the outfield grass. That is Bailey Hall backpedaling and grabbing that one for out number 3. So the home run is all they do. I like seeing non-crooked numbers up on the big scoreboard there. Bobcats lead it now 5-1. We will head to the bottom of the 3rd here on the Bobcat Broadcast Network. We'll be right back. All right, folks, let's get back to action here. It's the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Georgia College up 5-1, trying to add to it right here. Going to be Helen Corsi, Caitlin Davis, and Bailey Hall due up in the 3rd. Corsi's first trip was a single. She eventually came around to score. She got things going for us as the Bobcats banded through the order. Sent 9 hitters to the plate last inning to pick up all 5 runs.
Yeah, she was kind of the catalyst for that inning. She got on with a single through the left side to spark that 5-run inning by the Bobcats.
This one back to the pitcher, gloved on a hop and sent over to first base. Nice job there by Sanderlin. Those ones right back at you aren't real easy in this game. Not a whole lot of reaction time for those pitchers. So 1 down, base is empty for Caitlin Davis. Of course, she had the big blast to get us going. Plated the first 2 runs of the ball game on a home run on the right field line. Good opposite field power from the freshman. Thinks about it. Look at that. How about you get a home run, then your next at bat, you're looking at button for a hit.
Trying to catch them off guard, keep them on their toes.
So Davis, that was her 2nd home run of her career here as a freshman. And she's up to 8 RBI now on the season. Swung on, and this is ripped to left center. Yeah, stop bunting. Let's just go ahead and tag those softballs out
Yeah.
there. That was a rip.
Seriously, she's seeing the ball well right now.
Nicely done to left center. That is hit number 6 of the season or the ball game here for the Bobcats. And Bailey Hall now, the second baseman, will dig in. Bit of a subpar season for the senior infielder. And she's used to being a bit higher than a 241 batting average, but she did have a single in her first trip and came around to score a run as well.
Yeah, still early in the season for the Bobcats. She still might try and find her stride a little bit.
Bailey can be a bit on the streaky side, so she could string together some hits in a hurry. That one misses ups and in a little bit. Going to be a 1-0 count here for the senior second baseman. Also might be playing in the fact that she hasn't played any second base since probably freshman year, so a little bit of adjustment defensively. Maybe that is breaking the concentration offensively as that pitch misses low and in. I got 2-0. Yep, we'll go with that.
Yeah, I think that's right.
241 for the senior from Hepzibah, Georgia. And she's got the runner Davis over at first base. That one right down the gut. It was supposed to be outside. She missed badly on that pitch, and Hall couldn't take advantage.
Yeah, I'm sure Hall would like that pitch back. Wouldn't be surprised if she got the take sign there 2-0.
Davis over at first base, 3 of 3 in stolen base attempts if you're thinking about a steal here. Runs well for a catcher. 2-1 pitch. Cut on a miss, and Hall is even now at 2-2.
Yeah, better pitch there by Sanderlin. Elevated and outside the zone. Bring the count to 2-2. Probably be looking to go back to a similar pitch with 2 strikes.
Yeah, maybe keep that top half of the further out of the zone perhaps. Again, went a little bit further outside as well, and that one's foul. Hall doing a good job wasting that solid pitch from Sanderlin. 2-2 the count, 1 down here in the bottom of the third. Bobcats got 5 in the second, gave up 1 in the top of the third, and are trying to get it back right here. 2-2 pitch. Swung on, hit well to center, back on her horse, and off the base of the fence. That's extra bases. Davis had to hold up because it might have been caught, and so she will check into third base on a stand-up double by Bailey Hall.
Yeah, uncharacteristic power from Bailey Hall. I thought that had a chance to go into dead center field, but it went just off the top of the wall for a 1-out double for Bailey Hall.
The double for Hall, her second of the year. Sorry, Reed, you were going to say
something. No, you're fine. No, I'm just saying that giving the Bobcats a good chance to score here with 1 out and 2 runners in scoring position.
Yeah, we were all of about 3 feet or so from a 2-run home run right to dead center there. But now it's going to be Hannah Corsi with runners on second and third and 1 down. Starter off up out of the zone for a ball. Corsi, no official at bats. Looks like a sacrifice bunt in her first trip. 282 the batting average for the senior. Corsi has all conference honors a year ago as well as all region and picked up an academic All-America spot and pitch up and away as well, 2-0.
So first base open here for Sanderlin. Behind in the count. Probably won't give Corsi too much to hit here.
The runner on deck, though, took her to right center for a double last time up. Cut and miss.
Yep, so I'm sure that's in the back of her mind.
It's not exactly the swing you want on 2-0. That pitch was low and away. I'm sure Corsi, if given the opportunity, probably would have held off on that.
Absolutely.
So
good 2-0 pitch from Sanderlin, though.
Yeah. Great pitcher's pitch on the edge there. It probably would have been a called strike.
Sure.
That one came back inside and nipped the corner. Again, not the location that the catcher Combs wanted. I don't know if maybe they got some miscommunication there, if he just missing their spots. But it's 2-2 regardless. The rock and a pitch came back inside, didn't miss by much, and the count will run full here to Hannah Corsi. Corsi, the designated player in today's ballgame.
Geez, that last pitch looked pretty similar to the called strike before that.
I would agree, Reed.
Yep.
Not too much different to that. Payoff pitch, and that's well outside, ball 4. So laying off that one is easy enough, and the bases are now loaded up for Sutton Long. Long, the freshman, she played, I think, in about 4 ball games last year and then got injured, had to redshirt the rest of the season. So she does have freshman eligibility. Hitting .366 now after the RBI double an inning ago. She came around to score as well. Long with 11 RBI now from that number 9 hole. Great job to get the top of the lineup started off. That was her second double of the year as well. Pitch missed for a ball, and now a conversation with, I believe that's head coach for Shorter there. I think I was talking with her before the game. Danielle Brewer is talking things over. That'll give me time to tell you that with the bases loaded, Sutton Long, let's tell you what we got. 1 for 4 on the year. And with runners on base, what do we got there? That's Sutton Long, 321, 9 of 28. Runners in scoring position, again, Long 6 of 22, 273 batting average there. So that'll give you the overview of Sutton in this type of situation. So the 1-0 count here for the Milledgeville native, GMC prep grad. Bases all juiced up with Bobcats. Got Davis Hall and Hannah Corsi out there. That's pretty good speed. If something gets in the gap, it'll probably play 3. 1-0 is on the outside black. It's 1-1.
Yeah, that was a good mound visit from the Shorter head coach there. That was 3 consecutive batters where Sanderlin started off the batter with a ball. So she's probably telling her to get ahead, start throwing strikes, attacking the strike zone.
Yeah, she can point to the base paths and tell her why it's not a good idea to start off with a first pitch ball. This one is shallow right. The throw comes to the plate. It's off the line a little bit. And advancing to second on the throw will be Corsi. We're not going to give an error on any of that. That's going to be a sacrifice fly for Long, her second RBI of the ball game.
That RBI by Long makes the game 6-1, retaining the Bobcats' 5-run lead, which they had after the second inning. So they canceled out that solo shot last inning.
Sorry, Long up to 12 RBI on the season now as well as we get back to the top of the order. And Amber Coy. Coy is 0 for 1 officially, but has reached both times as she takes a strike there. She got on a walk, and then last inning reached on an error. Actually drove in a run with that error. She's up to 12 RBI.
Yeah, her third at bat already in the third inning. So Bobcats getting around the order.
Pitch misses up and away, a 1-1 count. 2 ducks on the pond here for Coy. Outfield about middle depth. Coy with a home run and 5 doubles on the season. She might be able to put one over somebody's head here. Came in by the feet. She dances out of the way of that one. A little Barishnikov, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, that was another one of those circumstances where Sanderlin had the catcher on the outer half of the plate and missed well inside. So she's trouble finding the release point on that pitch.
2-1 pitch, and that's up and away, 3-1. Hitters count here for Coy, who's had a great sophomore season thus far. Batting average at .386. Opportunity to really bust this thing open, get us in the range of potential run rule. Low and inside, it missed. Okay, so that's ball 4. That's going to load him up again. As Coy will take to first base, and that'll bring up Sarah Couch.
Number 20, Sarah Couch.
Couch is 0 for 2 and still hitting .413 on her freshman season. Got to be making a solid bid for Peach Belt Freshman of the Year at this point.
Absolutely.
At least going to be in the conversation. Slap hitter from the left side, and she fouls that one back.
No action down in the Shorter bullpen as of yet. Probably hoping that Sanderlin works her way out of this inning, then we'll get someone going in between innings here for the Hawks.
Couch just 1 hit in 7 at-bats with the bases loaded so far this season, so trying to make an impact here. And that's on the low outside corner, so deep in the hole now. 0-2 is Sarah Couch.
Couch just looking to put something in play here with bases loaded.
Yeah,
put pressure on the defense.
Just get it out there. Madison, Georgia native and Madison County High School grad.
Ooh, that got her.
On side, caught her on the forearm there. Did that hit the knob of the bat?
I think they caught the Evo shield. That's what you heard there.
Okay, I heard a thunk. I knew it was either handle of the bat or that front guard there. As she shakes out the bees, that's hit batsman. So an RBI bruise as the Bobcats now lead at 7-1.
And we're going to have a pitching change.
So the bases loaded hit batsman bring out the second visit. I don't know if they have that rule in softball, but it'll probably be a pitch and change either way. We do have another hurler, it appears, a few steps out of the dugout. As, again, this is head coach Danielle Brewer out there to make the change. So we will get our first reliever of the ball game. It's going to be Peyton Lippert. We'll tell you a little bit more about Peyton after a brief break. We'll be right back here on the Bobcat Broadcast Network. All right, folks, we're back to action here. Got first reliever of the ball game for the Hawks. It's going to be Peyton Lippert. Lippert making her 11th appearance. She's got a 4-3 mark, a 3.91 on the ERA. Let's see, 46 innings pitched, 51 hits, 32 runs, only 20 of them earned, 16 walks, and 37 strikeouts for the right-hander. And that pitch starts on the outside black there to Snyder. 0-1. Snyder is 1 for 2 with an RBI single and hitting .358 now on the year. She's up to 7 RBI on the season. Got a couple more out there right now. This one kicks off the shortstop's shoulder and into center field. That's going to be a base hit, and that will score 2 runs on the play.
Wow.
And Snyder will now take second base, so that's actually going to be a steal in the game of softball. So it's a single and a stolen base.
That's heads-up base running there by Caroline Snyder. The second baseman was kind of lollygagging out there and didn't see Snyder. That was about a quarter way to second base, and Snyder just took off as soon as she returned the ball to the pitcher. That's heads-up base running, taking the extra bag.
So now it's second and third after that single off the shortstop. Bobcats leading at 9-1 here in the third inning. Howell, the third baseman, will dig in. She is 0 for 2, 294 now the batting average. So Howell really the only one that hasn't had an impact scoring-wise in this game. She lifts this one to right, and it's off the base of the fence, extra bases. 2 runs will come in to score. It's a 2-run double. Bobcats now lead it 11-1 here in the third.
Geez, I thought that was a routine fly to right field. She caught off the end of the bat a little bit, but that ball just kept on carrying. That almost got out of here.
Yeah, it didn't look real noisy coming off the bat, but it, again, just kind of carried a bit. And like you said, caught the base of the fence. Again, she was just a couple of feet from an opposite field home run. And now we have officially batted around as Holland Coursey steps back in. She is 1 for 2. Big cut and a miss there.
Big cut. She was thinking she was thinking yard on that one.
Yeah, a little bad intentions there for Holland Coursey. 380 batting average for her now. And she's got that runner on second base in Howell. 11-1 the score. Bobcats really have exploded over the last 2 innings. This one foul back and out of play. 5 runs in the second, 6 more now here in the third.
Yeah, still looking for more. We got a runner in scoring position here with a good contact hitter at the plate.
Coursey tight up on the home plate there and also tight in the front of the batter's box, and she takes one outside. Ball 1. Got to have quick bat speed if you're going to pull something like that off on the inside pitches.
Absolutely.
But she's about as tight to the plate as you can possibly be.
Yeah, I think she hopes that that chalk disappears as the game goes on.
Swung on, and this one is tapped to short. The throw to first is in time. Nice play there by the shortstop, Martin, as she finishes off the inning. So the 6-3 put out brings a close to the inning, but not before Georgia College gets 6 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We will head now to the 4th Bobcats lead it 11-1 here at the Peeler Complex. We'll be right back. All right, folks, let's head to the fourth inning now. We got the designated player leading things off. That is Lindsey Newell. Newell is 0 for 1 today, a strikeout swinging. .333 the batting average. Tough bat here is Newell, as she comes in with 3 doubles and a home run among her 16 hits, 10 RBI as well, at second on the shorter squad. So Meade hasn't seen that ring for a little while. Hopefully she still has the good mojo going. Here comes the first offer from her, and it's a little bit low.
Not a bad place to miss. But this will be a big out here for Meade, as this is the last of the Power 5 on the shorter squad, above 300, before they head into the bottom half of their order. So big first out here.
1-0 comes inside and grabs the corner. It's 1-1. Yeah, when we got past these guys, the first trip through, it was just an error and 3 outs over those final 4 slots in the order. Got a 1-1 count, and this one is just missing inside. Going to be 2-1 now.
Yeah, Meade really looking to try to establish that inside corner now. Really trying to work the hands.
Yeah, I got that screwball work. I think, yeah. You know, it kind of comes in on the fist a little bit. Even if you're going to swing at it, you're probably going to get jammed on the play. This one to the right side. Nice piece of hitting there as it scoots through the right side. Sutton Long with a dive and attempt there, and it is another single. It's 4th hit of the ball game for Shorter. Puts a runner on with nobody out for the first baseman, Danny Lucas. Lucas's first trip, she reached on an error. I wonder if, Reed, do you still sacrifice bunt in this case? You need 10. Do you start just swinging the bat, or do you still lay down the bunts?
As a manager in a possible 5 inning situation here, you got to play for the big inning. So I mean, if you're squaring around here, you're limiting yourself to just a couple runs. So I would be swinging away here, risk the possibility of a double play for a big inning.
No bunt there for Lucas on the first pitch, as she fouled it back and out of play. Here comes the second offer from Meade, and it's a change up outside.
She's starting to mess around with that pitch a little bit today. Second or third time she's thrown it.
Yeah, well, when you're up by 10 runs, I guess it's a good time to tinker around with some stuff that maybe doesn't normally work for you. Here comes a 1-1.
Right you are.
Fastball inside. It's yanked to left. This could be trouble. Foul territory. It is out of here. It had home run distance, but it was just a bit foul. What do we got? Probably about 5 feet or so, Reed?
If that, probably less. I thought that was a lot more foul than it looked from my angle at first, but that was just left of the foul pole.
Yeah, came inside with something there, and Lucas really just yanked it. Got that bat through the zone real quick, but it's just a long, noisy strike. And 1-2 now the count.
Yeah, now she's probably going to bury something low and out of the zone here. Ahead in the count, 1-2.
She's had some success with the outside edge and getting those strikeouts out there as well. This one sent to the right side, hopped up on Hall to second, on to first for 2. Not in time. Oh, man, that was real close. Real close. The ever so rare potential at a double play ball there.
Wow.
But we'll take the out as the fielder's choice makes it 1 down. Lucas will replace Newell over at first base. And Valdez now at the plate. She flew to center, hitting 174 now on her season.
Jeez, that was a great play by the Georgia College middle infield there, because Hall had a long throw from her fielding position at second base to get the ball to short. I thought they had him at first.
Yep, good turn from Coy. The exchange from glove to hand was very quick, and it was a very close play at first base. First pitch taken for a strike here by Valdez. One down, run around first base. Again, you got Lucas over there. No stolen base attempts, but down 10. You'll probably take off the steal as well, I would imagine. There's a 1-1, or a 1-0 up is making it 1-1. We'll eventually get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, still a possibility of a double play here. Maybe we'll get another chopper, have another chance to rolling up.
Here comes that 1-1 pitch. It's low and inside and grabs the corner. Good pitcher's pitch there. That's a tough spot.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great pitch, especially to get to 1 and 2. Now she's gonna probably come back with that cutter that falls off the outside corner.
Abby Valdez, the senior, takes a look
There
at
it
a
is.
1-2 pitch, low and away. Evens things out. Pembroke Pines, Florida native and a graduate of Highlands Christian Academy. Looks like all high school players for the Shorter Hawks. No transfers for them. Rock in a 2-2 pitch. Swung on and yanked to third. Backhand knocked down by Howell. The throw, she got her. Oh, my goodness. I'm not sure that I was in my head. I'm thinking, don't even
No
bother
chance.
making that throw. Just knock it down and keep it in the infield. But Howell came up firing and got her by about a half a step. My goodness.
Yeah, that's an excellent play. I mean, to have the awareness to pick up the ball quickly and throw a perfect strike over to first, that's just an excellent play.
Good stretch there by Long on the other side as well. 2 down. Lucas moves up to second base. This is Langle, the third baseman here. And she's a little late on that first one. Fouls it off. Grounder to third base in her first trip, so she's 0 for 1. Great play there by Howell.
Yeah.
Got a lot of moving pieces here, Reed, as multiple players can play multiple positions. Howell's done some catching for us this year, played some first base as well.
Yep.
So you got a lot of different options defensively for Coach Grodecki. Here comes the 0-1, and that's a strike on the inside black. It's also important to remember that Howell just a freshman over there.
Very true.
Putting up some good numbers offensively and a heck of a play right there defensively.
Sure. That's a luxury for Coach Grodecki to have that the kind of versatility by multiple players on her roster.
0-2 pitch on the way, cut on a missed in the dirt, and that's strike 3. So that will be the third out of the inning. Let's see, how many strikeouts now? That looks like 4 for Meade. As it finishes off the top of the fourth, we'll head to the bottom half. Georgia College all over this one, 11-1. We'll be right back with more Bobcat softball on the Bobcat Broadcast Network. As we go to the bottom half of the fourth, it'll be Davis, Hall, and Hannah Corsi due up in this inning. These next 3 slots have provided 5 runs scored, 2 RBI, and a trio of hits. How about that? No. Yeah, 4 hits. 4 hits. And we're only in the fourth. Pitch taken for a ball there by Davis. Davis is 2 for 2, a home run, a single, 2 runs scored, 2 RBI. She's hitting .412 now.
Yeah, Georgia College may be looking for, I guess, an insurance run if they're looking to get a run rule here in the top of the 5th.
Low and away, and that is ball 2. Davis, the freshman from Kathleen, Georgia, Houston County grad. That's out other side of Macon. 2-0. And that right down the middle for a strike. Not quite the location that Davis wanted, I guess, as she laid off of that one. Got something happening back there behind the ring, I think. Something came loose, maybe the cover for our sprinkler system there. Pitch misses up and away. It's 3-1. I don't believe we have a rosin bag out there. It was something, looked like a disc there. I think that's our cover for the sprinklers.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
So she kicked it back in place, and now 3-1 count for Davis. Well outside, ball 4. So Davis will reach the base paths for the 3rd time in as many trips to the plate. And that brings up Bailey Hall, who's starting to get a little healthy with the batting average here. A single, a double, 2 runs scored, and the average up to 255 now for the senior.
Now it's the 4th inning in a row for Georgia College, getting the leadoff man on. And, I mean, that's attributed to their success, clearly. Up 11-1 here, just in the bottom of the 4th with no outs.
Yeah, that leadoff runner has scored in 2 of the 3 times thus far. We'll see what happens here. Pitch taken for a ball for Hall. This Lippert, I believe we were probably going to see her as the starter in game number 2. Still can, of course, with softball. They can pitch for days, it seems, at times.
Yeah, judging by her numbers, she seems to be the ace on the staff, having the most appearances and low ERA.
Yeah, I really thought she was going to be the game 1 starter, but we saw instead Sanderlin head out there. 2-0 pitch, and that is a strike. 2-1.
Yeah, you
I
think
don't know if Bobcats aren't squaring that pitch up. It looks like it's right over the heart of the plate. Davis saw one of those as well on a 2-0. That was interesting.
Yeah, maybe they're just being ultra patient, up 10 runs.
2-1 pitch. That's a little bit further outside, and it grabs the corner. How about a 2-2 count here for your Bobcats second baseman? 1 run on 4 hits, 2 errors for Shorter, 11 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for the Bobcats. And that one is up and away, 3-2.
Yeah, that just missed out of the zone. Probably would have been called a strike if it was down a little bit, but just a little high.
Yeah, they did that to Hall a bunch. That must be on the scouting report, is to go up and away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they tried to get her to strike out last time by a couple consecutive pitches out in that area.
See what happens here. Swan chopped to second. Tough play there. Muffed in a flip to second. Did complete the play. Way to stick with it there. Great job by Carricker at second base to get the out. And what the heck happened there, Reed?
So the shortstop, or I believe it might have been the second baseman, was returning the ball to the pitcher and made an errant throw, and it went off the pitcher's glove and went rolling towards the Georgia College dugout. And good heads-up base running by Bailey Hall, advanced to second base.
Gosh, I got to think that I haven't seen that one. I'm going to give it an error, and we might check that out down the road a piece.
Alrighty. Yeah, it was just a kind of a nonchalant throw that got away. First pitch fouled back by Hannah Corsi.
Yeah, we got Hannah this time as we're down to the 8th slot in the order. She is no official at bats yet. She had a sacrifice bunt and then fouled that with a walk. Has a run scored to her credit, though. 282 still the batting average for Hannah. That pitch misses up. It's 1-1. Hannah, one of the Sugar Hill gang, senior from Lanier High. Going to be tough next year to watch Georgia College softball without Corsi's all over the field. This one fouling back and out of play. 1-2.
Yeah, they served as a nice addition to the Georgia College softball program over the years. Very successful on and off the field.
Yeah, the academics huge, of course. Hannah, a 4.0 cumulative GPA, got a spot on the academic All-America team last year. Swung on and drops this one into center field. Holding up a little bit on that was Hall, so she'll only be able to take third base on it. She thought it might get caught.
Yeah, that was a line drive that kind of froze the center fielder. There definitely a little chance for her to come in and make a play, so Hall had to hold up about a quarter of the way to third just to make sure.
All right, so we got our first substitution, got number 15 with the War Club here. That's going to be Jessie Morris, the new freshman. So she's pinch hitting for Sutton Long in this case. Morris
This will be her first at bat of the year.
She was a late addition to the squad. She's actually done some pitching. Morris, she didn't retire a batter, made an appearance, walked a pair, and then got pulled. So no ERA. She didn't allow any runs, but did not retire anybody either. So her first trip to the plate. Actually, no, I'll take that back. The first time she walked.
Awesome.
And that time she got hit by a pitch. So she still has no career official at bats. Sorry about that, Jesse, but at least you get to run around a little bit on the base paths.
There you go. Possibility of scoring a run here.
Loads them up. My goodness. As Morris will take over to first base there.
So we got another pinch hitter.
We'll get another one here. That's number 12. Who we got there?
It's,
Jolie Bush.
Yep.
Okay. We got any numbers on Jolie?
Yeah, just give me 1 second. Yeah, right here she's batting 300 on the year on 10 at-bats. She's got 3 hits and a single RBI.
So Bush pinch hitting for the shortstop Coy. And head coach Jamie Gradecki digging into the bench a little bit with this 10-run advantage in the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, Coach Gradecki hoping this is going to be the last time that Georgia College heads to the plate in this contest.
All loaded up for Bush here, and that pitch is up and away to start her off. Jolie Bush, the freshman from Vidalia, Georgia. And that one misses as well. Quick 2-0 count here for the rookie.
Yeah.
Bush's second at bat with the bases loaded, believe it or not. Even in 10 at bats, she came up empty on that first try. Rocking the 2-0. Cut on and missed. That was a big rip there from Bush.
I was gonna say she's not gonna get cheated up there.
Yeah, she was looking to put up 4 in one swing of the bat right there.
I don't hate it. 2-0 swinging away, bases loaded. Sure, why not?
2-1 pitch is well outside. 3-1 here. The count to Bush. Bobcats lead it 11-1, and a great opportunity to add a few here with the bases loaded and just 1 down.
Yeah, good hitters count too, so she'll be swinging.
Here it comes, and it grabs the outside corner, not the pitch that Bush wanted apparently, so she'll go again at 3-2.
Yeah, good pitcher's pitch there.
Yeah, if Bush was thinking opposite field, she could have driven that one a bit, but she's looking for something to pull. Payoff on the way. It's skied. Going to stay in the infield.
Infield fly.
I believe infield fly was called, and Hall left third base. She will be retired over there at third base as well.
Oh, no.
She thought there was 2 out and got on the move, so that's going to be a double play that will end the inning. Unfortunate spot there. Little mental error on the Bobcats, and 4 in the books. Georgia College still leading this thing 11-1. We'll be right back with more softball on the Bobcat Broadcast Network. Okay, folks, let's go to the top of the 5th inning here. Ball game number 1 of 2 between the Bobcats and Shorter University. Used to be Shorter College not too long ago. They switched over to Shorter University, did the Hawks, and they are members of the Gulf South Conference. They've already played 8 conference games, and Bobcats haven't seen a Peach Belt Conference opponent yet. 9-1-2 due up for the Hawks. Dudley, Howland, Carricker. As the first pitch is poured in there, and I guess a ball. I didn't see that strike count. That was where we have seen balls thrown today, I should say.
Yeah, I had the strike call from up here.
All right.
Jumped the gun a little bit.
So 1-0 on the way. Came back inside, grabbed the corner there. Tough pitch. That was well in on the fists of Dudley. And a strikeout swinging for the right fielder in her only trip so far. Batting average at 143. Kiera Dudley. Freshman from Austell, Georgia. And that one just a bit outside. 2-1 now.
Bingo. All right. Bingo. Come on in. Come on in. There we go. How about it?
So we're looking for a 2-1 pitch here from Becca Mead. Had a couple of long innings, Reed, so opportunity for her to cool down a little bit.
Yeah, as a pitcher, I never liked that. I always have to go out if it was a long inning and play catch just to keep my arm loose, keep the body warm.
Yeah, this one tapped back to the pitcher. Mead with a low throw over there, and it kicks away. I don't think Dudley's going to advance. No, it got out of play. So, yes, she indeed will advance. So she'll take second on the play. That's going to be an error on the pitcher.
Yeah, you could see that coming. As soon as she fielded that ball, she stood straight up and tried to throw it hard over the first base. On that pitch, when you're coming off the mound as a pitcher, you want to field that ball, stay low, take a hard step towards first base, and make a clean throw. She kind of stood straight up and tried to force it over there, which caused her to throw it right in the ground.
So 2 bags on the error. It's just the second error of the ball game for GC. Puts a runner in scoring position, though, as we get to the better bats for Shorter now at the top of the order. This is Tiffany Howland, a .404 batting average. She's 0 for 2 today, though, with a couple of ground outs. And a pitch on the outside, Black, for a strike. The Rock and the 0-1 is up and away, 1-1 now.
Yeah,
1-1, not 2-1. Is that right?
Yeah, I believe it's 1-1. I think there's only been 2 pitches this at bat. Yeah, 1-1.
Nobody out. Slap to the left side, just foul. My goodness, that just missed the bag by about 1.5 foot there. That could have been trouble down in the corner. Would have played it a run for sure. Slapping at it was Howland. Howland's been a pretty good top of the order hitter for Shorter. Slap style. She's got 1 triple among her 23 hits on the year.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough for her to get it past Howell there on the right-hand side of her. She's hugging the line pretty tight.
That one yanked foul, just sent it right down into the ground, and she'll stay at 1-2. On base percentage for Howland coming into the ball game was at .458. 7 of 8 in steals. Just 4 walks on the year. She probably could serve to do a little bit more of that in the leadoff spot. Swung on and tipped foul back to the fence. So
Yeah.
Good battle here from Howland as she's wasting a couple of good pitches from Mead and remains in that batter's box.
Yeah, that was a good off-speed pitch there by Mead. 1 and 2 had her out in front, but she just managed to get a barrel on it.
1-2 on the way. Outside and trying to yank that back into the zone was Davis. Couldn't sell it there. Hope she's not a marketing major. Well, she's a freshman. She's got time to work on those selling skills, I suppose, right?
Yeah, or time to decide on a good major 4.
2-2 pitch. Swung on, back up the middle. Davis cuts it off. Underhand toss. She almost beat the runner to first base on foot, and that was out number 1. The runner will advance up to third base.
Yeah, that was a good play there by Mead. I know it's tough as a pitcher when you have those hard comebackers at you. You just kind of react at those balls. Your middle infielders sometimes get frustrated with you because if you deflect it, it throws their course of action off and ends up leading to the runner reaching base. But she was able to glove it and make a good play.
Saw that error earlier in the inning from her as well, so that had to be in the back of her mind as
Sure.
she was sprinting toward first base. Slice to right field. This might be deep enough to score the run. Humphreys comes up firing. It's not in time. And Shorter will plate one on a sacrifice fly. Again, trading outs for runs, though. That's fine as the Bobcats go. Sacrifice fly on the play will make it 11-2.
Yep, and we'll reset. No runners on. 2 outs. Bobcats looking to get in here.
Unearned run on Dudley. I always thought that was somewhat unfair, as she had the error. You would think it still should be earned, but no.
Yeah.
Pitch misses low and inside.
Oh, I got her.
Caught her on the shin.
Yeah.
Okay, so first pitch to Martin is a hit batsman. And a runner on first now with 2 down as we get to the cleanup hitter, Combs. Combs is 1 for 2 with a single and a pop out to second base.
Number 18.
Yeah, that is not what Meade wanted there. She does not want to add any more base runners on with 2 outs here, given short of the slightest bit chance to get back in this game.
Yeah, 11-2 the score now after that sacrifice fly. So big lead, just got to hold and let them put the ball in play here. That one swung on, lifted to left center. It's back a bit. Snyder at the track, and she's got it for out number 3. Nicely done there by Caroline Snyder. She was running out of real estate there, Reed.
Yeah. I thought I had a chance off the bat, but I think it was just slightly off the end and got under it a little bit, so didn't have enough gas.
All right, so it looks to me like we have got a run rule, folks. I've been doing this for 10 years here at Georgia College. I never quite can figure out 100% what the deal is. But either way, it's the completion of the ball game, 11-2 the score as Georgia College picks up a win here in the opener of the doubleheader. 11 runs on 10 hits, 2 errors for the Bobcats. For Shorter, it's 2 runs on 4 hits and 3 miscues. Let's get you Zaxby's player of the game, who was one of our offensive studs. Let's take a look here. How about Caroline Snyder? She went 2 for 3 with 3 RBI and a run scored. We can also take a look at the catcher, Caitlin Davis, with the big 2-run blast as she had a 2 for 2 day in game number 1. So we'll go with Davis. Let's give it to the freshman.
Yeah, I like it.
Zaxby's player of the game is Caitlin Davis. The winner, Becca Meade. She improves to 4-3. The loss goes to Julie Sandlin. She is now 3-1 on the year. Shorter evens out their record at 9-9. Georgia College bumped up to 11-8. Got about 25 minutes, I think, somewhere around there for field maintenance, and we'll be back with some more softball action. All in all, pretty good ball game there, Reed. A good job by the Bobcats.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, if Bobcats come out in Game 2 swinging the bats as well as they did in the first game, they should be looking at another dub.
Yep, pretty simple victory there. The big inning was the key for Georgia College. 2 big crooked numbers. Put up 5 in the second and 6 more in the third. Really just ran away with this thing.
Yep.
So we'll be back with some more softball. Like I said, about 25 minutes once this field maintenance is up. I think we'll leave the stream going. Is that right, Sean? Okay, yeah, we'll leave the stream going so you can see the home plate cam here, and that'll tell you how close we are to Game 2 action. We'll be back with that in a little while. Thanks for tuning in here on the Bobcat Broadcast Network.
Hello, folks, and welcome back to Milledgeville, the Peeler Complex on the campus of Georgia College on a chilly night here in Milledgeville, Georgia. Fortunately, the Bobcats working quickly. So far, they mowed through Shorter in Game 1, an 11-2 5-inning game there in our first contest, and now looking to do the same in Game number 2. Sam Jones out westing with you on the Bobcat Broadcast Network. Glad to have you along as the Bobcats look to take another from Shorter here in just a moment. Just about underway. And our first batter for Shorter in Game 2, number 3, Tiffany Holland.
Tiffany Holland hitting .418 now on the season. The junior center fielder has 23 hits in 55 trips.
Slap hit to the right side. It's going to skip up and be trouble for Bailey Hall. Looking for second is Holland. She'll find it. And the speedy Holland on base just as quickly. Tough play there for Hall. I'm not quite sure what we need to give to her there. It skipped up on her. I would say an error.
I did not see the play. Unfortunately, I was putting in the starters here. And, yeah, I don't know.
Tough start for the Cats.
Jack's got him on the scoreboard with a single already. First one's got to be legit, I guess. All right, we'll go with single. I'll let him have the single.
Bunt drop down by Carricker. Only one place to go with it, and Hall can't glove it there at first base. That would definitely be an error.
That's an error there, yep. Oh, okay.
A tough start for Bailey Hall. First 2 pitches have come her way in the field. She's had trouble with both of them. A tough start for the Bobcats. And already Rebecca Lawrence having to struggle with a couple runners on. The freshman, a 2.91 ERA on the year, 2-3 record. This is her 11th appearance of the 2018 season, her 3rd start. And right now, getting into the heart of the lineup in the first inning with runners on the corners and no outs. This is Taylor Martin up to the plate. Martin, a .382 hitter. Runner thought about going, but Carricker will stay at home over at first base. Martin, 13 RBIs, that leads the way for Shorter. Big chance to add a couple more here. Lawrence missed just outside.
What do we got there? Is it 1-1 or 2-0?
I believe it's 1-1. The count, maybe 2-0. I think we'll go 2-0. Call it 2-1 on the foul tip.
Yeah, we'll see if we get corrected here by the home plate umpire. They got started a little quicker than I thought they would, Sam, so we're kind of scrambling up here.
It's a cold day. No one's messing around.
Yep.
Players are getting in the box quicker. Strike zone's gotten wider.
Absolutely. All the above.
Everyone wants to go home. Got a good crowd here today, though. See a green game here at the Peeler Complex.
Yeah, that's all the other sports teams are encouraged to be in attendance to help support their fellow Bobcats here at the Sea of Green games. Each coach pitches or picks a big doubleheader for them.
2-2 swung on the left side. Howell checks the runner. Goes over to first base in time. The runner does move up 60 feet to second, so 2 runners in scoring position now for the 4-hole and Kaylee Combs.
I have to wonder if there was a thought maybe about trying to cut down Carricker at second base on that, but get the sure thing. I mean, it's early in the ball game. I mean, that does put 2 runners in scoring position now with 1 down, but you got to get outs where you can, I suppose.
Lawrence delivers. Too high on the first pitch to, this is number 18.
Yep, that's Kaylee Combs, the catcher, getting .333 on the season.
Combs holds the bat out, pulls it back. This one swung on towards Snyder, right at her in center field. Runner will come home. Snyder goes the short route, and it's a 1-0 lead for Shorter.
Well, good work there by Snyder. Again, you get the outs where you can. You make sure that that runner can't advance on the play. And then You do trail 1-0, but at least you have the opportunity of limiting the damage here.
Now we'll bring up Kira Dudley. The runner on second. Strike across the plate, 0-1 to Dudley.
Dudley went 0 for 2 in the first ball game. Did score a run. Hitting 139 now on the season.
Really a big drop-off in the middle of this lineup as far as averages go for Shorter. Throw down to second, and some heads-up base running. Might have been a mistake in the first place, but number 5, Carson Carricker, will sneak on over to third.
I believe that technically goes as a stolen base in this case.
I think she got caught out, and she's laughing about it over at third base. She got caught a little too far off the bag. She decided might as well take off to third base. Worked out for her.
Indeed.
1-1, caught the corner, 1-2. Lawrence a strike away from keeping the damage to a minimum in the first inning. See if the Bobcats run outside. The 1-2, they go inside, swung on and missed. And Dudley had to go up the ladder to reach for that one. Didn't reach it in time. And Lawrence gets out the inning. 1 run does come across, though, and the Bobcats are playing catch-up early. Back in a moment on the Bobcat Broadcast Network. First 3 due up for the Bobcats in this one. Amber Coy, Caroline Snyder, and Caitlin Davis. They'll be facing Peyton Lippert, a junior righty, coming into this one with a 3.11 ERA, a 4-3 record in 11 appearances. This is her 6th start of the season. 37 strikeouts, 17 walks for Lippert on the year, and fires a strike. Coy, 386 hitter. On base percentage, the highest on the team, though. She walks a whole lot. 527 on base percentage, getting on the pass over half the time. This one's skied to the left side. And gloved by Kira Dudley. Coy just got under that one. A lazy first out. Caroline Snyder moves up 1 spot in the batting order for this one. 370 hitter on the year, the junior. Gets a bunt down right back to the pitcher. Snyder speedy, but not speedy enough. Out, number 2. 3 pitches, 2 outs for Peyton Lippert. Easy as you like it so far.
The catcher, number 17, Caitlin Davis.
Caitlin Davis will come to the plate for the Cats. In the 3-hole now after this one. 2 at-bats, 2 hits for Davis in the last one. Give her a walk as well. One of those hits, her 2nd home run of the season. An opposite field shot from Caitlin Davis. Hitters count for her here. It's 2-0. Bobcats give up a run in the first inning, 1-0. Couple of difficult plays for Bailey Hall to make. Couple balls skip off her glove, and Shorter makes the most of it. Could have been worse, though. Nice job by Rebecca Lawrence. 2-1 count. Breaking ball came right a back across the heart of the plate. Deuces wild for the first time in this one at the Peeler Complex. Davis stays alive. Davis, the freshman, hitting .412 this season. 2-2 on the way. Swung on and missed. And that will end the inning. Bobcats can't get anyone on. Peyton Lippert working quickly in this one. The Bobcats still trail 1-0. Back in a moment for the top of the second on the Bobcat Broadcast Network. Start things off in the top of the second with number 24, Danny Lucas.
Now batting
First baseman in the 6-hole today for Shorter.
Lucas, first ball game went 0 for 2. And now the batting average at 184 for the junior.
This one hit off the fist and an easy catch and an easy out number 1 for Rebecca Lawrence. Nice little rise ball came inside on her, made it difficult.
Yeah, it came in on the fist there. Can't really do much with those type of pitches there. As you saw, the contact was not very strong.
First out of the inning brings up Ashley Langle.
Langle on a season 180 on the batting average as she takes a strike there. First ball game, she was an 0 for 2 as well. Had a strikeout among her 2 at-bats.
Pitch from Lawrence ran outside, 1-1. The lefty not quite able to bring that one back inside.
Yeah, bringing you a different view there from the left-hand side. Don't see too many left-hand pitchers in softball.
Did a nice job of changing her eye level there. Came low and outside with the last one. Came right back in high and inside with this one.
Lawrence has had some great relief outings in her freshman season.
One looked at, make it 2-1.
Still looking for a real solid start from start to finish. This is just her 3rd start of the year, her 11th appearance. 2-3 the record with a 2.91 ERA as a freshman. Pretty solid there. Opponent's hitting .262. She's got 22 strikeouts to 10 walks, so just about doubled up.
2-2 swung on and missed. Another strikeout there for Lawrence.
Second one of this ball game puts her up at 24 now on the year.
Brings up Taylor Anoda. That record for Lawrence, not very telling. That 2-3 doesn't seem to really coincide with the stat sheet Lawrence is putting out.
Yeah, I mean, she's, like I said, had a couple of relief outings. And, when you get into a tight ball game where you give up a run, you can pitch well, but still end up with a loss, unfortunately. And I think that's been Lawrence's game so far, unfortunately. Again, to the 2 starts, one of those was a loss, I know.
Strike called inside corner on Oda.
So that's been the problem for the Bobcats this year is consistent work from the ring. If we could get a little bit more consistent effort there, I think that 11-8 would be somewhere around like a 15 victories instead.
Seems like softball team and baseball team have always kind of had the same kind of issues. Always going to be able to hit, always going to be able to rake, but if the pitching's not there, you can struggle a little bit.
The catcher, Oda, here, seeing her first action of the doubleheader. She makes her 12th start on the season, 130 the batting average.
1-1, swung on and missed.
3 hits and 23 trips for 5 runs scored and a pair driven in. 130 the batting average. All 3 hits going for singles from the left-hand side.
1-2 looked at. Oh, plate umpire thought about it. Decided against it. Deuces wild, Al Weston.
I dominated Reed in the first game.
Oh, Reed just doesn't have the awareness.
He's not really on top of it.
Nah, it's just not
Not at the same level as he.
Those former athletes, man, I just don't know. 2-2 swung on and missed. Second strikeout of the inning for Lawrence. And a quick top of the second for the Bobcats. We head to the bottom. Bobcats still trailing 1-0. It's Haley Howe looking to get things going for the Bobcats in the bottom of the second of a very timely first inning. Bobcats going down 1-2-3. Not sure if Lippert threw more than 10 pitches, and once again working quickly. First pitch, strike over the heart of the plate. There you go. That's the 10th pitch right there for Lippert. Only threw 9 in the first. This one dribbled back up the middle and going to be a tough play. Quick throw from the second baseman Carricker in time. I think the ball skipped off the glove of Lippert to make it a 1-4-3. If you're keeping along your scorebook. Not sure anyone else but Al Weston is. Two pitches, one out. Once again for Lippert. Brings up Holland Coursey. Part of the Sugar Hill gang, as Al Weston would say. Two Courseys from Sugar Hill. It's the left-handed hitting Coursey up at the plate. 0-1 count quickly on her. 0-1 slap to the left side, first hit of the day for the Bobcats belongs to Holland Coursey. Great piece of hitting there, kept her hands tight inside, just went the other way with the softball. Bobcats have a runner for the first time.
The second baseman, number 9, Bailey Hall.
Bailey Hall coming up to the plate. She had a decent game last time out, 2 for 3 in that one. Bailey, the senior, hitting .250 on their first pitch, swinging. A half-hearted one at that. Bailey a little frustrated herself on that one. 0-1. Lippert runs high and away, 1-1. Oh,
Hall not having to start to her senior season that she would have liked, but got a little bit healthy in that first ball game. Went 2 for 3, a couple of runs scored. She had a double. Batting average up to 250 now for her.
Bailey, the senior, lays the bunt down. Almost beat it out. It skips off the glove of the covering second baseman.
You know, I'm going to call it a hit, Sam.
Yeah, I think you'd have to.
I think she beats that throw anyway. I mean, it was bang, bang. So we're going to go a hit and then an error on the third baseman to get her to second base. So both a hit and an error on that play.
Carricker was covering. The throw went wide into the base path.
Yeah, Carricker, it wasn't her fault. That ball almost hit Bailey right in the square in the back.
Puts 2 runners in scoring position for the Bobcats and 1 out and brings up Hannah Coursey. Hannah Coursey, the senior, hitting 300 on the year. Last game, 1 for 1. Had a walk as well. One of 2 starting Bobcats that didn't get a chance at a third at bat.
Coursey on the year now, even 300, 12 hits and 40 trips. A couple of home runs, 8 RBI. She's tied for that team lead in home runs. Bobcats haven't spent a lot of time over the fence this year. Team lead is 2 home runs, and there's 3 Bobcats with that. It's Davis, Coursey, and Coursey.
This one hit up the middle. It might be 2 runs. It's at least 1. Hall coming around third base. Throw is not in time, and the Bobcats reclaim the lead. Just a swipe up the middle from Coursey.
Yeah, simple little single there. Just sent it right back where it came from and brought in a pair of runs. Bobcats out in front again. Didn't take them long to get that answer.
RBIs number 9 and number 10 for Hannah. And she sits comfortably over at first base. Wow, number 6, Nicole Humphreys, comes into the game. The lefty trying to get the bunt down ball will get to the backstop. Was not tipped, just skipped off the catcher's glove. Tough time for Oda there.
Yeah, high pitch there. I think we're still going to go wild pitch on that, even though it wasn't in the dirt.
I would think so.
They'll get Coursey up to second base.
Hannah on second, 0-1 count still. Humphreys did not get the bunt back in time and takes a strike there. Was looking to slap it, let one run by her. I think it was a breaking ball. 0-2. Lefty choking up now as her hands spread on the bat. Popped up left side, could be trouble, might get down and over the shoulder catch. And now Coursey gonna have to get back quickly. She does not. And that's a double play to end the inning. Bobcats strike though, a 2 RBI single from Hannah Coursey. Gives the lead back to the blue and green. A 2-1 score as we head to the top of the third.
All right, folks, top half of the third. I'll take over while Sam shoves some pizza in his face. And going to be Hunt, then the top of the order for Shorter here. Bobcats up by the slimmest of margins here, 2-1. Picked up a pair of runs in the bottom of the second. Hunt hitting .298 is Maddie Hunt, the right fielder. And she takes a look at one outside to start off. Hunt, I'm not sure she played any in the first ball game. I'm correct, indeed she did not. So first trip to the plate for her today. Slap to the left side. That is Coy coming up firing and just got her by maybe a quarter of a step there. That was a real tight one. And Hunt tried to sell it after she went over the first base bag. She thought she was safe, and unfortunately her opinion doesn't matter on the subject. One down. We'll head to the top of the order. It's Holland and Carricker now. Holland, the center fielder, reached on an error in her first trip. Came around to score, the only run of the game so far for Shorter. 390 the batting average now. She pokes a bunt attempt out there, swings and misses. Oh, and 1 to count here, 1 down. Top of the third inning. Bobcats picked up a pair to take over the lead for the first time in this one. After Shorter struck first, there's a pitch on the outside black. It's strike 2. Tiffany Holland, the junior from Chickamauga, Georgia. And that one misses outside, 1-2. Gordon Lee, high school grad, in her third season with the Hawks. Left side hitter did a good job setting the table all season long. This one fouled back to the fence. She did go 0 for 3 in the first ball game, though, so looking for her first hit of the doubleheader still. Lawrence rolls the ball on that left hip. Has her 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. And swung on, foul to the right side. Going to get down. Kind of pulled that one a little bit with that slap approach, and Long almost had a shot at it, but instead it gets down for another foul ball. One down, top of the third. Lawrence with the fire. This one slapped to second. Hall gloves and sends it over to first. No issues there for out number 2. Good to see Bailey take care of that grounder after the 2 errors in the first. This is Carson Carricker, the second baseman for Shorter. .353 the batting average. She reached on an error in the first. It was on a sacrifice bunt, though, so no official at-bats for Carricker yet. And she takes a strike on the inside black. Carson, I think, had a pretty good first game. Yeah, she sure did. Went 2 for 2, drove in a pair, and scored a run. She drove in both of the runs that Shorter had in game number 1. A 1 delivery is up. 1-1. Carricker, the senior from Warner Robins and Houston County. That means former teammate of Amber Coy in high school. This one lifted to the left side, won't reach the outfield grass, and she flies out to Coy. How about that? Couldn't have called it any better right there. 1, 2, 3, go the Hawks. We will head to the bottom of the third. It's Georgia College 2 and Shorter 1. You're listening to Bobcat Softball on the Bobcat Broadcast Network. Bottom half of the third inning. It's the bottom slot in the Bobcat order as Long will get things started. Sutton Long had a great first ball game. A 1-for-1 effort. She had a pair of RBI, though, as Sutton had her second double of the season thus far, hitting .366 now. Slap to the right side, and staying down on that one was Carricker. Simple play for her. 4 out, number 1. First pitch, first out here in the bottom of the third. So with 1 down, we'll go back to the top of the order with Amber Coy up. Coy, the shortstop, flew out to left field in her only trip thus far. .379 the batting average now. And she takes a look at 1 up. So if things stay the same, I guess, then she should ground out to Carricker, right? Carricker flew out to her in last inning. Slap to the right side, it gets through, base hit. Nice work there from Coy as she reaches the base pass.
The center fielder, number 27, Caroline Snyder.
Is that hit number 4 already for the Bobcats? And it brings up Caroline Snyder. Snyder 0 for 1, a ground out back to the pitcher. Takes a look at that one, up and away. Yes, want to know the count. Snyder with a look at 1 here. Going to slap a little bit late as it goes foul. So Snyder, the Tennille, Georgia native, digs back in there. Got Coy at first base. Could be a stolen base threat. This one will be skied to center field. A little bit into left center for Holland, and she squeezes that one for out number 2. So 2 down. Coy will retreat back to first base. And that brings up the dangerous bat of Caitlin Davis. Davis, a strikeout swinging in her first trip in this one, but had a great first ball game. Was your Zaxby's player of the game in game 1 by going 2 for 2 with a home run and a single. Both of them were absolute laser beams off the bat. Took that home run to dead right field. Great opposite field power from the freshman. And she takes a look at a ball there. Here comes the second offer. Swung on and skied. Going to go right up the silo to the pitcher. Lost her footing there, it looked like, for a little bit, did Lippert, but she sticks with it for out number 3. So the Bobcats get a runner on but can't bring her around. It's still 2-1 after 3. We'll be right back with the 4th inning in just a moment. We are in the top of the 4th here. Ball game number 2 between Shorter and Georgia College. Bobcats picked up an 11-2 victory in the first contest and lead this one 2-1.
What's amazing about this game is just how slow it's moving. I mean, it could not be moving any slower, am I right?
Sam trying to play with the mojo a little bit there. We'll see if that works out for him. Taylor Martin, the shortstop, junior from Fort Pierce, Florida, and Lincoln Park Academy. Hello to the Martin family if they're tuning in down there in sunny Florida. Hopefully it's a little bit warmer down there than it is here. A little chilly tonight. First pitch comes in, and first pitch swinging and yanking just along the line there. Man, that hugged the chalk, and it did stay in fair territory for a 5-3 putout.
She hit that off her hands there, and I'm wondering if the batter from Lincoln Park, her hands are feeling a little numb after that.
I got to think so. Those are the ones on the hands will get the bat shaking a little bit, and you got to work out the bees in the palms. Is that a Lincoln Park reference?
That's a Lincoln Park song.
Yes,
yeah, as I was going for, like
idea.
a,
I thought
like
you
a
were going for
mid-2000s like thing. I don't know. A reference, I guess.
See, we did this the other day. I gave you some references that you had no idea, and I can't pick up your Lincoln Park when you drop it down. I apologize.
I'm not even a big Lincoln Park fan. I was just reaching. Just reaching for anything.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
You got to reach sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Combs, a designated player. She caught in game number 1. She takes a strike there. Count even out at 1-1. We got to find some references that will
I'm bummed about that
appeal to both of us.
I came so far and fought so long, but in the end, it didn't even matter.
Yeah, it just kind of. Is that another Lincoln Park?
It's
okay.
one, yeah.
Still not going to.
I'm sorry. I'm trying.
I'm not going to be able to meet you on the Lincoln Park. I couldn't pick Lincoln Park out of a lineup. I don't think. 2-1 the count here.
It's probably a good thing, to be honest.
Yeah, they've probably been in a few lineups too. Lefty-righty matchup here as Lawrence brings the 2-1. Outside, backhanded there by Davis behind the dish.
What was our movie we were not connecting on?
Bridges in Madison County.
Bridges in Madison County.
Yeah,
right.
because
still no clue.
Sarah Couch is
okay.
from Madison County High School.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's where it came from. And I believe that's the Madison County that's also referenced in this book and movie. And it does have Meryl Streep. I have confirmed that as well.
Oh, wow, nice.
Outside ball 4. So Combs works herself a walk. First base runner since the first inning. Second batter of the game got on via an error, and then it's been in order for Lawrence since then. So nice little stretch for her. As we get to Dudley, the left fielder now, and we're going to have a conversation with the shorter coach. That's Danielle Brewer, as we're going to get a pinch runner over here. Okay. It's a single digit. Looks like number 8 there.
Yeah,
am I right?
Number 8, Abby Valdez, coming back into the game.
All right, so Abby Valdez.
She was the left fielder in the first contest.
And she pinch runs for Combs here. So I imagine Combs will come back in when the next time it comes to the plate for that DH spot. Thought of a square to bunt. Instead, she takes a strike, does Dudley. Dudley's first trip, a strikeout swinging. 0-1 to count here to the left fielder. I believe she played right in the first ball game. Indeed, she did. 0-1. Swung on and missed. And deep in the hole now is Dudley. Dangerous spot here. She is 1 strike away from her second strikeout of this ball game. Valdez over at first base. Came in as the pinch runner, so could potentially see a steal here. A little bit outside. 1-2 now to Dudley. Kiera Dudley, the freshman from Austell, Georgia's South Cobb High School. Foul back to the fence. Sam, you're the mascot aficionado. Do you know South Cobb?
I've been thinking about this for a while, and I can't quite remember it. And North Cobb is the Warriors. I can tell you North Cobb Christian is the Eagles, and South Cobb is...
Your knowledge stops in roughly middle Cobb.
Apparently.
You know North North Cobb Christian, but you can't get down there into southern territory of the Cobb.
Give me a moment. Give me a moment. And I'm going to come back to this, and I'm going to get it right. I'm
going to go with an animal. I'm going to say an eagle. We're going to be the South Cobb Eagles. That's my guess.
Oh, it's a good guess.
Outside, swung on a miss, and down on strikes goes Dudley. That is the 4th strikeout of the ball game already for Lawrence here in the 4th inning. Now, if my math is correct, I think that's a strikeout an inning.
You'd be right.
Nice. Kent State education comes up big.
Golden Flash is performing on and off.
See, there you go. You got that.
See,
mascot.
I can get that, but I can't remember South Cobb right now. It's really frustrating me.
Lucas, the first baseman, digs into that right-hand batter's box. She popped out to the pitcher. This one skied to right, could be trouble. Gets over the head of Humphreys and off the wall. Extra bases. Here comes Valdez around third. The throw to the plate is not in time. An awkward approach to the plate. I think Valdez is okay there. She touched the dish with her hand, and it ends up a tie ball game now, 2-2 on an RBI double by Lucas.
Good relay from the Cats and made Valdez a little uncomfortable coming around that third base bag. Made it close, but right now, Bobcats tied back up 2-2.
Good opposite field power there from Lucas. Dead right field and up over the head of Humphreys in a hurry. Langle, the third baseman, struck out swinging in her first trip. She's batting 176 now. That one fouled off of one of the poles holding up the netting behind us here. Or in front of them, I guess. In front of us, behind them. How's that? It's betwixt.
Al, you were correct. It's the South Cobb Eagles.
Did I?
Yeah, you got it right.
That was completely off the top of my head.
I was confused because I think North Cobb Christian is the Eagles as well. So the two Cobb Christians, or two Cobbs are Eagles there.
Wow. Okay. So 0-2 the count here to Langle. Folks at home might not believe me, but that was completely off the top of my head as a guess.
I mean, if you're gonna guess a mascot, Eagles is not a bad one to go with.
I mean, I was calling for a 7 on rolling 2 die there. That's exactly what I was doing with Eagles. 0-2 the count here with 2 down for Langle, trying to do something with that runner on second base. Slap to the right side, get down in foul territory. I think it did, as I have not seen an out single. We got a little bit of a blockage from the first base dugout down the line there, so that's a foul ball. 0-2 still. So the North Cobb Christian Eagles as well.
I believe so, unless I'm just completely mistaken.
So now that seems awkward to have 2 Eagleses in the same town. Very strange.
It does. Oh, North Cobb Christian's a smaller school. It's a private school, so not in the behemoth classification like the other ones.
This is trouble to right field. Humphreys on the run, and
got in the corner.
She got it in fair territory. Nicely done. Nicole Humphreys coming up big on that catch, as that would have been another run for sure. But the score remains tied. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors. They leave 1 out there. Let's go to the bottom of the 4th, all knotted up at 2. We'll be right back. Bottom half of the 4th, as Sam is still dejected
and upset.
I knew a mascot that he didn't.
And all the other words in the thesaurus I can find right now. I'm not happy about it.
Well, you're
I'm
going
to have to redeem
live with
myself
it, Sam.
somehow. I'm still winning the Deuces Wild count right now.
Yeah, you are up 1-0.
So,
We've only had 1 in this ball game. Had a bunch in the first.
Yeah.
And I did massacre Reed. I want to make sure that was very clear. I don't think he got 1 the entire ball game.
Goodness.
Swing and a miss for Howell. She is hitting 302 after a ground out that tipped off the pitcher's glove, went to second, so a 1-4-3.
What are they teaching folks over at St. Bonaventure?
I don't know.
That's the real question.
That's the Bonnies, by the way.
The Bonnies. I knew that one. I knew that one. Yeah.
Cut on a miss, 0-2. As Howell digs in here for her second at bat, the freshman from Rochelle, Georgia, in Wilcox County. We determined that last time, I think that was down near Tifton, right?
Yes.
Ball up, it's 1-2.
Towards southwest Georgia. Lippert right now continues to do a very good job of getting the first strike over. She's worked very, very quickly. 30 pitches so far in this one, 33.
Yeah, 33 with 24 strikes. I mean, that's a great ratio there. We got time called as the umpire stepped out from behind the dish there. I don't know if that was a concern of the softball has some rules in place where you got to get in the box in a certain amount of time and all that. Cut on a miss, and the ball gets away from the catcher. Throw down to first base is in time, so complete the strikeout there. So that's out number 1. And that'll bring up Holland Corsi. Holland a single in her first trip. She scored the first run of the game for the Bobcats.
That's the first hit of the game for the Bobcats as well. Sparked that 2-run second inning.
Yep, had back-to-back-to-back singles and pulled in 2 runs as a result.
Shorter making the most of things right now, by the way. Just the 1 hit up on the board compared to 4 for the Bobcats. Still a tie game.
Big cut and a miss there for Corsi, trying to do some damage with 1 swing of the bat. 385, the batting average for the senior from Sugar Hill. Remember the Sugar Hill gang. Hip-hop, the hippie to the hippie, and all that, right? I think that's those guys. Pitch up, 1-1 now. Rapper's Delight, I believe that's Sugar Hill, right?
That's it, yeah.
Okay. I believe I told you this last time, but a couple degrees of separation from the Corsis. Their aunt was my son's preschool teacher.
Okay. Yes, you have
like
told me that.
The
That's
aide,
right.
she wasn't the teacher or the instructor, but she was the aide, Miss Sandra. Pitch outside, it's 2-1. She is always at these ball games. I imagine Miss Sandra's probably here. If she's not, then hello to Miss Sandra if you're tuning in at home. 2-1 to count here to the Bobcat left fielder, trying to get something going with 1 down in the bottom of the 4th. All knotted up at 2. On the fists and skied to the pitcher. Lippert does not like to give those up. She's done that twice now where she's come well out of the ring. Typically they tell the pitcher get out of the way and let the fielders do the work there, but Lippert taking care of her own domain there. 2 down, and base is empty for Bailey Hall. Hall with another single, added to the 2 hits in the first game. She's a total of like 3 for 4 now, and the batting average shooting all the way up to 263. She came in to the doubleheader, I think, down around the 220s. Up and in, and had to get out from underneath that one. Deep crouch there from Hall, or else it would have hit her right in the melon.
Bailey, a Cross Creek Razorback in her high school days. One of the only Razorback mascots in the entire state.
Good stuff. You'd think there would be more Razorbacks because there are lots of wild boar and that kind of thing in the state of Georgia. 2-0 the count now as that one misses up and away.
I believe Bailey Hall was also valedictorian of her high school class.
Well, she was academic all-district as a sophomore. There's a pitch misses outside, ball 3. I believe the GPA well up there around the 3.8 plus mark that this guy never saw in his years at Kent State.
Yeah, I never once touched that here. It's,
that 2-1 pitch is fouled back to the fence, and Deuce is wild here at the Peeler Complex.
and that was mass communication. I imagine Bailey's actually something that requires brain power.
Yeah, Bailey's nursing.
Okay, yep, there you go.
Yeah, she's not messing around.
No,
I mean,
not at
that's
all.
like the toughest major.
Deuce is wild, by the way.
I
Before
already got it. You
no,
missed it.
wait, what? Oh
Yeah.
gosh, is that a negative?
Pitch up and away. I think that might be, but we'll let it go.
Man.
You're having a rough day.
That's
Payoff
bad.
is due to Bailey Hall. Base is empty and 2 down. Hall trying to get something going here. Bobcats need to get back in front. Instead, cut on a missed, and she goes down on strikes. That is strikeout number 3 for Lippert in this ball game. And it's 4 in the books. We'll head to the 5th. All tied up at 2. Be right back. As Katy Perry takes us through the break. That's an old Katy Perry tune right there. Got a lot of old
Gosh, is
songs
that
in the old
old?
computer.
Now
over
I feel old.
I mean, we're talking, and that's a good 4 years ago, I think.
Oh, man. Wow. Where's the time gone?
Yeah.
Man.
What's that one called?
It's the Dark Horse.
Dark Horse,
Dark
that's
Horse
right.
is the name of that one.
Yep. Got the big bass drop in the Dark Horse. There's no going.
Bass drops are old, too. It's like a 4 years old kind of thing.
see,
It's very 4 years ago.
Now you got to have mumbling rap in your song, or else it's not cool.
Exactly.
Oda, the catcher, up at the plate. She struck out swinging in her first trip, batting average at 125. Big cut and a miss there for Oda. She was trying to get her team out in front with one swing of the bat right there. This is Taylor Ann Oda, the senior from Milani, Hawaii, and Mid-Pacific Institute High School. I wonder how one gets all the way from Hawaii to Rome, Georgia.
Of course, Mid-Pacific, the Titans.
Please tell me. I'm going to go with Tritons.
Okay, cool.
I'll let you have the Titans.
Sure, why not?
I'm going to take the Tritons because it's Hawaii and
I was shot in the
water
dark.
and what have you. Maybe the Dolphins. They could be the Dolphins as well. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oda deep in the hole here, 0-2. That's good stuff as well. Oh, wow. That was
Okay.
the big edge there. Big edge of that plate sometimes, and stretching the zone very nicely with that curveball was Lawrence. 4-3. Second strikeout of the ball game for Oda. And looks like 5 now in the game for Lawrence.
Yeah,
she
continuing
is
that
dealing.
trend of a strikeout per inning.
Yeah, we're keeping that going. Got the right fielder Hunt up now, and she grounded out to shortstop. Slap hitter from the left side. Gets a bunt down this time, foul territory. Davis did a good job getting out of the crouch quick there. She was ready to fire over at first base. Got to be pretty quick. This gal here is a speedy one. She almost beat out just a pretty simple routine grounder to short in her first at bat. Hunt did not play in the first ball game. She's a junior from Evans, Georgia, in Greenbrier High. Evans, a lot of great athletes come from that area, that Augusta area.
It's interesting you hear Evans about once a broadcast, no matter what sport we're on, I feel like.
One Jake Sandlin, GA coach now for the Bobcats, was an Evans native for us and an All-American.
Taylor Powell for the tennis team a few years ago, Evans native.
Yep, I believe Mary Rob Plunkett,
Okay, yeah.
All-American on the soccer squad, was from up that way as well. 0-2 pitch coming to Hunt and well outside, ball 1.
That's just outside Augusta, isn't it?
That pitch was just about outside Augusta as well. That was out there pretty good. Yeah, Evans just outside Augusta.
So is it the end of the 5th that you guys will be
1-2, the count here to Hunt. 292 batting average. Trying to get on base by any means necessary. Missed up stairs. Good battle here from her, and it's 2-2. Rebecca Lawrence doing a great job in the circle so far. Vidalia, Georgia native. Vidalia High School. Vidalia, I think that's how it's pronounced, right? 2-2 pitch. Slapped up the middle for a single. Wow, what a good at bat there for Hunt. Absolutely. Really wasted a couple of tough pitches and got behind in the count a little bit, battled back. Slapped it up the middle for a single, a one-out single.
Really did slap it, didn't even really follow through, just kind of threw her hands out there and popped it straight right back up the middle.
So now with her on first base, that brings up the top of the order in the center fielder, Tiffany Holland. Maddie Hunt, a little bit of a danger to steal a bag here as well. 3 for 3 in stolen base attempts on the season. That appears to be about third on the squad. Going on the first pitch, and no throw at all from Davis. She'll take second base easily. I did not see the call on the pitch.
Missed.
Okay, so a ball on the first pitch, and Hunt now 4 for 4 in steals.
I didn't see any indication from the umpire, so we'll stay with it for now.
So 1 down, a 1-0 count, and a runner on second. Slaps a bunt down, and it trickles foul down the first baseline. 1-1 now.
She outran the ball, somehow hit it behind her on the bunt. I've never really seen that.
Yeah, got to be careful with bunts like that. Sometimes you can run into it in fair territory, and then you're out. Get hit by a batted ball in fair territory. I've seen that happen a few times, where you just run into a bunt. 1-1 pitch. Up and away, 2-1 here. What do we got on Holland? Chickamauga, Georgia. Gordon Lee High. Chickamauga That's a cool town name. Got to imagine there's some Native American influence there.
Mhm.
About a 2-1 to Holland. Swung on, lifted to the left side, might stay in playable area. Nope, gonna kick off the top of the dugout there. And it's 2-2.
Your Vidalia pronunciation, by the way, you a little too quick. Got to slow it up.
Vidalia. Like I got it. I just got to get it slower.
Yeah, you got to. The tempo is important. Tempo is very important.
Yeah, I know they're big for their onions down there.
Sweet onions.
Oh God, they're so good, so good. You'll often see the sales up here for like fundraisers and stuff. Dropped into center field. Snyder going to come up firing. Nope, it's going to get cut off. And look at that, Shorter back out in front again on an RBI single by Holland. It's 3-2 Hawks.
Just the third hit of the day for the Hawks, but they continue to play small ball and do it well. Get a base knock, steal a base. One more base knock to bring the runner in, and a bunch of ones up on the board right now for Shorter, and a 3-2 lead.
Yeah, how big was that stolen base now?
Yeah.
Where we couldn't even make an attempt of a throw to second base. The run comes in to score on the RBI single by Holland. Holland is now up to just 5 RBI on the season. That's the 5th of the year for her. Carricker, the second baseman, digs in now. She is 0 for 2, reached on an error and popped out to short.
And still just one out with the deepest part of the Shorter lineup coming up. Those first 4 bats, pretty heavy hitters.
Grabbed a strike on the outside black there. 66 pitches, now 45 strikes for Lawrence, as we're in danger here of a potential crooked number. Got to buckle down here if you're Rebecca. Runner goes. Throw down to second is not in time. A stolen base there for Tiffany Holland. She is now 8 of 9, which leads the Hawk squad.
Good throw from Davis, and got out of her crouch pretty quickly, but I think a breaking ball thrown by Lawrence really slowed things up and gave Holland plenty of time to get down to second.
So now runner in scoring position for Carricker. Dangerous spot here. Got to attack this hitter. Just missed outside. That might have been a strike in the first ball game today. Zone tightening up a little bit here on Lawrence. Bobcats wearing the camo unis here on Sea of Green night. 2-1 pitch. Came in on the fist, foul back and out of play. Even things out here at 2-2. I believe it's the foul ball 5th. I think that's a waffle. Either a waffle or a hash browns. I forget what it is, but it's rolling around back there someplace. I think I saw Wilson Moore from the cross-country team go run after it. My money's on him.
I tell you, up in DeKalb County, or near Buford Highway up near Atlanta, so that one misses high. Today there was a water main break.
Oh.
Just a big water main break. One of the biggest they said they've ever had in Georgia and DeKalb County, around that kind of area. And what happens when the water goes out is Waffle House turns to a limited water-free menu. So they hand you a little sheet with all these water-free items you can get that they can make in times of hardship. And that's when you really know things have gone south in the South, is when Waffle House has to revert to their apocalypse menu, essentially.
I think isn't Waffle House is like on the spectrum as far as like a designated area for, like when they have hurricanes and all that kind of stuff.
The
like
Waffle House metric is what they call it. So when the Waffle Houses start reopening, you know that life has returned to these places.
Then you can start opening other things as well. That's I believe they're the baseline for that. Yanked to third, going to get underneath the diving glove of Howell into left field. Run will come in to score on that. Runner going to second is not in time on the throw there. So that's going to be a double for Carricker. And Shorter has now doubled up their lead to 4-2.
Carricker could not have placed that any better. I mean, just inches away from the glove of Hal at third base, and caught the line and caught everything. It was kind of impressive. And it seemed like it was happening in slow motion almost as Hal tried to dive to her right. Then Carricker heads up base running, makes a great slide in his second base, and things have kind of unraveled all of a sudden here for the Bobcats. It just hasn't really seemed like it, but all of a sudden, Shorter with 4 runs.
It is the first crooked number of the day put up by Shorter. The 2 runs that they got in the first ball game were in separate innings. So that's the first time they've played at a pair here. And we might, looks like we might get another pinch runner. Is that what we're going after now?
No,
Sure.
going to be a pitching change. Jamie checking in.
Oh, okay.
And we'll
All right.
change out Rebecca Lawrence. We'll let you know who the new pitcher is in just a moment.
Okay, so Lawrence gives up 4 runs, is responsible for 1 more on the base paths. The Bobcats trail by a pair here 4-2. We'll tell you about the new pitcher after a brief break. We'll be right back here on the Bobcat Broadcast Network. Okay, folks, Bobcats go to the bullpen first. Going to be Kayla Price making her 11th appearance. 4-2 record with a 4.38 ERA. 40 innings pitched, 49 hits, 37 runs, only 25 of them earned. So defense not exactly helping her out with 12 unearned runs. 10 walks to 21 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .280 against the junior from Indian Land, South Carolina. And the transfer from, I believe, Spartanburg Methodist. Yes, Spartanburg Methodist College. Came here after 1 year up there in Spartanburg. Pitch misses outside for a ball. As she is battling the best hitter in this shorter lineup. The shortstop, Taylor Martin, with her .368 batting average, leads the team in home runs and RBI. Taylor Martin from Fort Pierce, Florida, and Lincoln Park Academy. So that's 2 of them now, I think, from Lincoln Park, correct? Yes. Swung on to the right side, deep, just shy of the track. Humphreys will track that one down. Runner advances a base, but we'll take the out in this case, folks. 2 down now with that runner on third.
Just caught it inside of the barrel. And that could have carried a lot further if she'd caught it clean. Fortunately for the Bobcats, it stays in the park.
All right, so Combs did re-enter at the DP slot, as she will dig in there. Kaylee Combs. She is no official at-bats yet in this one, as she walked and also had a sacrifice fly. First pitch misses to her for a ball.
She has an interesting stance, I guess you would say. Pulls the bunt out in front and then slowly retracts the bat before she gets ready to swing.
Yeah, we were talking about that before the game. A little bit of a timing mechanism for her as she fouls this one off. It's 1-1. But yeah, there's one of the players for the Bobcats that does this too. I can't remember who it was. Somebody we haven't seen yet today, but in that first doubleheader against North Greenville, they played quite a bit. Something I haven't seen before. Normally you'll see this on 2 strikes.
Sure.
Again, not sure why. Maybe they're just trying to shorten up their swing in that case, but not on every pitch. As that pitch bounces up there, it's not something I've typically seen. But it seems to work for Combs. Heck, she's batting .333 here in her freshman season. Huntsville, Alabama native, Buckhorn High School for the freshman. I got a 2-1 count here for Combs. As Price trying to get the Bobcats out of a little bit of a jam here. That one's up high, 3-1 here to Combs. Kayla Price had such a great impact last year for the Bobcats. I believe she won 18, 19 ball games for us last year. Tall frame from Indian Land. Here we go. Came inside and nipped that inside corner. Tough pitch. Might have been a screwball there. Looked like it had some inside movement back toward the right-hand batter. Price toes the rubber once again. A payoff pitch due with 2 down. Swung on and hit well to center. Snyder spinning around, and it's over a glove off the wall, extra bases. Run comes in to score. It's a stand-up double for Combs, and the Hawks now lead at 5-2.
An Adam ball went right at Snyder and then just kept tailing away from her, trailing away from her. It's so tough to get your hips around when the ball's hit right at you like that. But Snyder can't get it around the time. And Shorter continues to pile on the runs here. 3 runs in the top of the 5th, a 5-2 lead for the Hawks.
5th hit of the ball game now for Shorter as well. 3 runs in this inning. Dudley at the dish now, and she takes a strike.
That's a frozen rope, too, on the hit. Just absolutely smoked.
Yeah, if Snyder took the right approach originally, you know, like toward the right side, she probably catches that one. But when you has to start turning your body around out there, you know you're in trouble. This one ripped up the middle for a single by Dudley. Runner will hold up as the throw gets cut off. So that is hit number 6 of the ball game for Shorter. And it puts runners on the corners with 2 down.
Combs had to hesitate for just a moment to let that ball squirt by her. But Snyder also does a good job of getting the ball in quickly to keep the runner at the corners.
So now the first baseman, Lucas, steps in. She's 1 for 2, an RBI double, and a pop out to the pitcher. Batting average at 196 for the first baseman. Danny Lucas. Big strike zone in that right-hand batter's box. One of the taller, shorter players. Off the fist to second. Funky hop there as it went through the ring, but Hall sticks with it and gets her at first base for out number 3. But not before the Hawks pick up 3 runs on 5 hits. No Bobcat errors. They leave a pair out there. Big 3 spot puts Shorter back in front, 5-2 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. We'll be right back with more softball on the Bobcat Broadcast Network. Okay, folks, bottom half of the 5th. Bobcats got to get some runs here. Trailing 5-2 now after the big 3 spot by the Shorter Hawks in the top half. Hannah Corsi at the dish. She takes a look at the first pitch for a ball. Corsi with a 2-run single a couple of innings ago. Batting average at .317 now for the senior. 2-0 count for Hannah Corsi. 10 RBI even now on the season. Corsi's have combined for 22 RBI. Cut on miss. That's 2-1. Hannah, the academic All-American a year ago, just the second in Bobcat softball history. That one's up and away. 3-1. The first one was Mandy Chandler, now Mandy Sabilski, who is part owner of Stack Sandwiches and More. And she got it twice. Low and inside, but it nips the corner. So, of course, he'll have to stay put there with a payoff pitch on the way. Oh, grabs the inside corner, and Corsi goes down on strikes. Tough pitch, but that was the same pitch 2 pitches in a row, I think, Sam. You know, it looked like the same spot. If it's a strike the first time, it's probably a strike the second time, eh?
Hannah was not happy about it, though. Not at all.
4th strikeout of the ball game here for Lippert. as Nicole Humphreys steps in. She takes a pitch for a strike. 231 the batting average now for, gosh, is she a junior already? Sophomore, okay. Whew. I'm an old man. She popped out into a double play last time up. Fouls that one off.
This will be, if you stick around a couple more years, which I'm sure everyone's hoping you will, at the school, not in like a
just in
like
life
an
in general
ethereal sense. This will be your second Humphreys that's gone through.
Yep, we've had Kristen Humphreys for 4 school years, and she now is in the veterinary school up at UGA. Very selective program up there. Very proud of the work she did academically. And now Nicole, of course, their father, Sean, as this one is slapped to left field. Going to get down just barely on the outfield grass for a single. Nice job, Nicole. Going to get herself on base with 1 out. But, yeah, the father, Sean, retired Navy, and he helps us out with the Military Appreciation Day with all the organization and the program and all that kind of stuff. Oh, my apologies, Danielle Bernstein. You are correct. We have had 3 academic All-Americans. The other, Marissa Boyette. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man, I didn't even remember Marissa.
Goodness gracious.
I picked that up.
That's terrible.
Is Danny listening in to us? Is she,
Yeah,
she keep us in check here?
She just gave us a tweet at and said, whoa,
okay,
hang on a second. Of course, that's 2-time Jewish Sports Report All-American Danielle Bernstein as well.
Absolutely.
Keeping us in line. Pitch taken
Former
for
West
a
Forsyth
strike.
Wolverine as well, too.
Well, keeping me in line, I should say.
Sure.
Sam, I can't blame him. That was all me.
I was around for Marissa, though. I should have known.
Swung on and lifted to the left side. This could be playable. Given chase is everybody out there, and it falls down in that Bermuda Triangle in foul territory. So Long will continue to battle up there. 357 the batting average for Sutton Long here. A ground out in her first trip. 1-2 now the count. But yes, some great academic performances, some great performances on the field as well. As that was tipped foul, and if that went into the mitt, yeah, that would be strike 3. It was a 1-2 count. I believe they're saying that Long tipped it foul, and if Oda caught it, then that would be a swing and strike 3. Yes, indeed it is. Okay. So 2 down.
Sutton sure doesn't think she tipped it.
Yeah, very confused pieces on all around here for the Bobcats, as there's 2 down now with Humphreys on first. Of course, both Marissa and Mandy, as we continue to talk about these folks.
Sure.
Coy misses, takes a look at one upstairs. They were both All-Americans on the field of play as well. So they had the ever so rare academic All-American and actual All-American of play as well. Now, Mandy Chandler did it twice, and Marissa did it for her 1 season and her junior season, I believe. But it's rare that you see both of those come into play in the same year. As a pitch missed up and away here, 3-0 now to Coy.
That was the year we had a couple of All-American pitchers in the Peach Belt Conference, I believe.
Yep, I believe Marissa got an honorable mention in the NFCA that season. 3-0 pitch, and it misses low and away. The 3-0 automatic was not automatic in that case. So runners on first and second now. A little bit of 2-out magic, perhaps. Those 2-out walks will always hurt you. We'll see if it does right here as Caroline Snyder takes to the plate.
Tying run at the plate for the Cats.
Oh, there you go.
For
Not going to see too many home
optimistic.
runs out of Caroline Snyder, unless maybe an inside-the-park variety. That could potentially happen. 0 for 2 is Snyder in this ball game as she takes a strike there. 357 the batting average for the junior, Mass-Comm major. This morning had an interview with Mark Gaines for the Colonnade student newspaper. Up and in, and that one misses. It's 1-0, or 1-1, should say.
Caroline wants to be a sideline reporter in her future excursions, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah, that was, I think, the original plan. Again, got 2 more years left of school to try and flesh all that out. Pitch taken for a strike, 1-2. 1-2 the count. 2 down, 2 runners on. Need a clutch hit here out of the junior center fielder. Here it comes. Swung on, tip foul. Wow. Just got about one string of that softball to stay alive. Lippert looking pretty good out there. Had been in a groove. Set down about 7 or 8 in a row, and then the Bobcats string together a couple of base runners here. Another 1-2 delivery. That pitch is up and in. Deuces wild here at the Peeler Complex. 2-2.
Yikes. Wow, I am taking all sorts of L's tonight, as the kids would say.
Deuces wild here. First and second. Here it comes. Swan and ripped right back to the fence. Just missed that pitch. Did Snyder.
True Deuces Wild as well. Man, that's...
Yeah, got the 2 runners on. That's a Scott McLeod Deuces Wild, I believe.
Hall of Famer Scott McLeod.
Yes, Georgia College Athletics Hall of Famer Scott McLeod.
Got to start getting some of these softball players that have come through the last few years.
Yeah, it's coming.
Up the
2-2 pitch is back to the pitcher. Trouble there. Throw away. Snyder gets on. Run comes in to score. And we are raising the arms up in the air. I think that means it went out of play down in the corner. So I believe Coy is going to have to go back to third.
Oh, man. Caroline will definitely have to go back to second.
Yep. So I think Humphrey still counts.
Humphrey should, yes.
So, yep. So she's going to head to the dugout. The 1 run comes in to score. It is 5-3.
What a break for Shorter, though, as that had at least 3 bags for Snyder and another run in for the Bobcats. Would have made it a 1-run ball game with 2 outs and a runner on third instead. 5-3. Bobcats do get a run on the play. Runners on second and third for Haley Howe.
6 hits in the ball game now for Georgia College as well. As that pitch taken for a strike. The second error of the ball game for Shorter in that case.
There's that fence back over there. Is it rolling under the fence? I'm interested to know why the ball keeps going out over there.
There's some sort of gap down there. It's happened a couple of times now, but it's out of our view because of the dugouts. So not 100% sure. Davis at the dish. She swung and missed at that one. I think it's 0-2. I saw 2 pitches, yes?
I believe so.
I think so. That pitch low and away. Let's see what the umpire says if we put up a 1 and 2. He hasn't been very helpful today on our counts when we get behind. All right, well, we'll stay here. 1 and 2, sort of.
Deuces Wild here at the Peeler Complex.
Did the pitch even cross the plate? What are you doing? That is cheating to a T. I think that should be a negative.
No. I got it. I got it though. It's right. It's correct. If it had been a strike,
you called it before the umpire did.
Maybe
2-2 the count. Here it comes. Swung on and fouled back and out of play. Good work there by Davis to stay alive on that pitch up and away.
They haven't come back inside on her yet, have they? So
yeah, I wouldn't.
Something to look out for sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I think you got to stay away from the power here at Davis.
You do have a base open.
2-2 the count. Here it comes. Tip foul. I think she got a piece of. No, they're saying that was a swing and a miss, and she got tagged out by the catcher for out number 3. God, I swore I heard that hit something.
It sounded like 2 thumps.
And I believe that's what Jamie Grodecki is saying right now as well. She's going to tell Davis to head down to first base, but the tag was applied by the catcher.
I'm confused.
Awarded first base here, I think.
Are we calling interference?
Might have some interference on the catcher. We had a conversation with the base umpire. Maybe that's what I heard when I heard that tick. It didn't.
Maybe.
She didn't connect with the ball. She connected with the mitt.
But the runner would be back at third, yes?
Yep, so it looks like she will head back.
There is a mass of people out there on the field right now.
Hey, you got the bench for Shorter has come out for the celebration of, hey, we got out of this inning. The entire, of course, Shorter defense is out there waiting for the ruling as well. Alertly, Jamie Grodecki told her to head down to first base because I think if she goes to the dugout, she's out as soon as you get in the dugout if you're Davis. So told her to go to first base and just hang out there until the ruling comes through. The coach for Shorter is Danielle Brewer. She's trying to get the word right now and open palms for her in a very confused stance. She is not quite understanding what's going on. I think, okay, so the interference call is a ball, And not awarded first base?
Are we going back to the foul tip, perhaps?
Yeah, I don't know.
Waiting for some kind of indication here.
That's
2-2 count. I think we went back to that was a foul tip.
Okay, so we record it as a foul tip, and Davis is back at the dish. We'll see what happens here. Swung on foul, back to the fence again as the drama builds here in the very confusing bottom of the fifth.
Well, that was just fascinating. This whole thing has been weird.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe we just did a backyard redo right there, you know? Like, I didn't see what happened. Let's just do over.
You might be right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Could pay off big for the Cats, though.
Yep, another 2-2 pitch here. Let's see what we got. Cut on a miss. Stan Davis will now go down on strikes. Wow, that's a bunch now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total strikeouts for Lippert. And it ends the fifth, but the Bobcats get one back. It's 5-3. They get one on 2 hits, 1 error, and leave one out there. We'll be back with some more Georgia College softball as Sam takes you the rest of the way here on the Bobcat Broadcast Network.
Things getting weird at the Peeler Complex as we head to the top of the sixth. A screwball. Bottom of the fifth results in 1 run for the Bobcats. Could have been more. But a lucky mistake from Shorter as an errant throw runs out of play. Keeps the Bobcats from putting up a couple of runs. And then just more interesting goings on as the inning continued. I'm not quite sure how to describe it, but all the same, we head to the top of the sixth, and we're still having some discussions. Not sure if we're having some changes from the Bobcats, some late changes as we're just about ready to start the inning. But 5-3 score, Shorter up 5-3, both teams with 6 hits and 2 errors up on the scoreboard. And we'll see what kind of change Coach Grodecki is making. It might be a catching change. Caitlin Davis out and into the game. I believe that's Jessica Hales. So a late battery change for the Cats. We'll see what it affects. As Kayla Price in the circle. She came in last inning to do some damage control. A 3-run fifth, and already the Hawks on the right track in the top of the sixth. They rope to the right side from Ashley Langle. Just dropped the hammer of the bat on that one.
The catcher number 2,
Taylor and Oda. Will hit from the left side for the Hawks with a runner on and no outs. Corners come in for the Cats. As the slap hitter chokes up on the bat from the left side. Calls time. Oda shows bunt. Pulls it back. Hales thought about a snap throw, decided against it. Let's see if Oda decides to pull the bat back this time and take a swipe at it. Corner's awful close for Georgia College. 1-0 coming is swinging. Throw down to second. Going to get the runner caught in a pickle for a moment at least. Trading back in time was Langle. I think that was a hit and run that missed the first part of the process. One. Bunt once again pulled back. This time it runs high. 2-1. Coming into the day, Oda, a 130 hitter on the season. Trying to just move the runner over. Squares up. This time bunt laid down and caught the line, stayed in. Low throw, but dug out. Now throw down to second. Oh, no. Thought they caught the hand of Langle at second base. Field umpire says no. It's a great heads-up play from the covering second baseman. Bailey Hall with a heads-up play on the bunt. Phenomenal bunt from Oda. It just rode the line for a few yards there. And Hal had to make a quick decision to pick it up. It wasn't going foul at any point, I don't think. Good play from Haley and a strike on the outside half. Maddie Hunt drags the bat back to the box. She was a big part of the last rally in the 5th inning. 3 runs in the top half for the Hawks. Hunt looks at a breaking ball. That was filthy from Kayla Price. Really changes up the rhythm and the timing for a slap hitter. Now she's got a couple pitches to work with. 0-2 with 1 out. Price went outside. Hunt didn't offer. Hunt last time up. Frozen rope single back up the middle. Swiped a base, came around to score. 1-2 with the runner in scoring position. Shorter looking to add some insurance runs. Hawks have done a great job of playing small ball tonight. Just 1 more hit than the Bobcats. 2 more runs. A couple of steals helping out along the way. 1-2. Change up again. Dribble to the left side. Look the runner back. May have cost her a couple seconds. A throw from Coy not in time. And the speedy Maddie Hunt once again on the base pass. Brings up Tiffany Holland, who also swiped the base back in that 5th inning. Bobcats once again having trouble with the bottom of the lineup. And then when you get back to the top of the lineup like this, the Hawks have a few heavy hitters that can do some damage. 1 out, 2 runners on. As Holland looks at a strike on the outside corner. Tiffany Holland coming into this one just shy of 400 on the year. 397 hitter. Getting on base at a 435 clip. On base percentage up around, or on base plus slugging, excuse me, up around 860. One missed wide, 1-1. Langle on second, Hunt on first. One. Just missed outside, might have run a little high as well. A little confusion about the positioning for the Bobcats as Coy and Hal had a quick discussion. Hal barking out some orders from the third base side. 2-1. Bunt dropped and dropped behind the plate. We'll run to 2-2. Swung on, hit deep to left field, but Corsi will just take a couple steps back. Make the catch, did fire into second, but not in time. Ended up being an easier play for Holland than I initially thought.
Second baseman number 5,
Off
Carson
the bat.
Carricker.
Brings up Carson Carricker. Senior with a chance to do some damage before we head to the bottom of the 6th. 2 outs in this one, 2 runners on, and a 2-run lead for Shorter. Changeup from Price once again finds the zone. So tough to stay on that one. Does a great job of changing up the timing for the hitter. The one hit to the left side. Howell's got it, steps on third base, and that will end the inning. So the Bobcats keep the Hawks quiet. Still a 2-run advantage for Shorter. We head to the bottom of the 6th. 5-3 the score.
Hey, folks, want to remind you about the Georgia College Annual Athletic Auction coming up April 21st. One ticket for $125 gets you entry for 2, access to all the auction items, and 1 entry in the $10,000 reverse raffle. That's right, somebody's going to win $10,000, and it could be you, but you got to buy a ticket.
Could it be me?
It could be you, Sam.
Oh, wow.
I got the tickets in my office. You can buy them from any athletic department official.
It's like double my salary. I
You
need
can
to
buy
buy
it
that.
from me. Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's 10 grand. That's good stuff.
Goodness.
Everybody can use 10
I
grand.
don't even know what to do with all that.
But so anybody you know from the athletic department, just talk to them. Student athletes, coaches, whoever, and they'll get you hooked up with that auction ticket April 21st. A couple of strikes there, I think, for Howell. I think she's 0-2. Is that right?
Yeah, let's go. No 2 count on Haley Howell. Bobcats looking to get back into this one. 5-3 score. Howell pops one up to the right side. Might get down, but coming on and making the catch is Maddie Hunt. Maddie Hunt showing off the wheels one more time tonight.
Yeah, Hunt's been quick at the dish and now quick in the field on that one. Saved at least a hit. Would have been nice to get that leadoff runner on. That's one thing we have not done this entire ball game when it came aplenty in game number 1.
The ball almost got right in between 3 Shorter Hawks. Maddie Hunt did a real good job of calling folks off. Corsi up, and Corsi looking 1-0.
Howland, 1 for 2 with a run scored and a single. 377 the batting average.
One-0 hit right back up the middle. Shortstop is there. Easy snap throw over to first base. Lippert's done a nice job tonight.
That was a good play there by the shortstop. Martin kind of hopped up on her at the last minute, and she made that smooth transition from glove to throwing arm pretty quick. 2 down, bases empty for Bailey Hall. She's 1 for 2. A single and a run scored for her as well.
Bailey looks at the first pitch, just ran inside. How many pitches for Lippert tonight?
I got 85 on the way. She's got 55 strikes as well. So been right around the zone all day long.
1-0 misses there. She's slowed down a little bit with the first pitch strikes. That ratio decreasing a little bit as we go on. And Bobcats have made her work a little bit harder than she was the first few innings, but still a solid outing so far from Lippert.
Indeed.
This one bounced off the plate right back to the pitcher, but not in time. Bailey Hall with enough speed to get to first base in time. And Lippert just had to sit and wait for that one as it skied up in the air. And the ricochet provides enough time for Bailey Hall to scramble over to first base.
Yeah, chopped it off the plate out there in front, and like you said, just had to wait for it to finally come back to the dirt.
Brings up Hannah Coursey with 2 outs. Maybe some 2-out magic in the cards for the Cats in the bottom of the 6th. Down 2, 5-3 the score.
Hannah, 2-run single in the second. She's 1 for 2, batting average at .310.
Swung on, and Hannah made good contact with it. It just skirts off foul.
Yeah, heads off into foul territory there, well out of play. Of course, he's got Hall over there at first base. Real good speed at first. 9 for 9 in stolen base attempts on the year.
1-1 misses inside.
Now that run, not real important in this case, but you sure would like to scratch across one and then leave just 1 to go for the 7th.
2-1 looked at. Bobcats a pitch away from having a runner in scoring position. And the tying run on the base pass.
Of course, Hannah can do some damage with the bat here as well, up to double-digit RBI on the season.
3-1 caught in the corner. Hannah won't argue with that one.
It was Hannah at the dish with a strikeout looking in her last trip. Low and inside on a 3-2 pitch, and she had started at first base.
3-2 missed. Almost the same pitch, but this one ran just a little bit more inside. A couple runners on for the Cats. And Deja Lester, who will pinch hit for Georgia College.
Yeah, big spot here. Needs somebody that can drive the ball a little bit. Nicole Humphreys did a great job in her first 2 at-bats. Actually has a single. But Lester with the opportunity to get you that extra base hit, which could plate both runs and tie this ball game. So we'll get the pinch hitter here. Let's see if I can find the Georgia College numbers. They're around here someplace. There they are. Deja Lester on the year, hitting .240, 6 hits in 25 trips, 5 runs scored, no home runs, 3 RBI for. So Lester, the senior from, I believe, Jacksonville, Georgia. Yes, Jacksonville, Georgia. 2nd year out of a Darton State College.
Big spot for Lester here. Looks at a strike. 2 runners on. Bobcats down 2. Getting late at the Peeler complex.
Deja 1 for 2 in her pinch hit attempts so far this season.
0-1 breaking ball caught the corner. Lester in an 0-2 hole. O2 looked at. Tried to get her to chase up the ladder. Didn't happen. Hall on second. Coursey on first. Lester waits. 1-2 looked at again. Deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A pair of runners on for Georgia College. Lester, the lefty, no batting gloves, steps in the box and then steps right back out.
Don't have too many Bobcats that use the batting gloves, from what I've noticed. Most of them are bare hand hitters.
Two thrown quickly, almost a quick pitch. As soon as Lester got in the box, the pitch was coming. Missed outside. A full count with 2 outs.
Wow, what a big pitch here. Opportunity to load the bases up.
Fouled back. And with the runners going, a single has the potential to tie this one up, depending on where you place it. Lester staying alive, 3-2.
Got Sutton Long on deck. Had a great first ball game. Still looking for her first hit, though, here in game 2.
3 to right, back to Lippert. Throw is easy. Across halfway of the diamond. And that will end the inning. Bobcats can't scratch a run across. We head to the top of the 7th. Shorter still up 5-3. Three, 4, 5 due up for Shorter. And the top of the 7th, the Hawks with a 5-3 lead. Bobcats took the first one in mercy rule fashion. This one taking a little more effort. Martin waits, Price delivers, changeup missed wide. Taylor coming into this one a 382 hitter. 1-0. This is why. Bobcats after this one begin conference play on the weekend. 2 conference road trips. The first at UNC Pembroke on Saturday. That one begins at noon. And then they go to South Carolina and face Francis Marion at 1 p.m. This one hit the left side. It's past Haley Howe. Another base knock for Taylor Martin.
Yeah, Martin 1 for 4 now. But she's made an impact very often so far this season, is really powering that offense. It's hit number 8, or actually 9 of the ball game for Shorter.
Combs waits for the pitch, looks at the first. Kaylee smoked one. The center fielder last time up. On a line, it had Caroline Snyder all sorts of turned around. I was back in a 3-run 5th inning. This one right back up the middle again. Might be 2. They have 1. Throw to first in time. Look at that. Twin killing for the Cats and a nice little turn.
That's actually a special bingo code. Got to make sure Ryan marks that one off. If we turn a double play, she's got it. Don't see too many double plays in softball. Thanks, guys. Just leave it there.
It was Hall and Coy combining up the middle. Coy's throw a little low, but a nice job from Sutton Long over at first base to pick that one up before it got into the dirt. And a big double play for Georgia College. You get past that 4-hitter, the averages for the Hawks plummet. And now we're at Kira Dudley, who came into the game with a 139 average. Swung on and missed there, 0-2. Kayla Price out on the front foot. Bobcats will have top half of the order up when they come back, I believe.
9-1-2.
There you go.
So Long, and then the top of the order, Coy and Snyder.
Long in that 9-hole, that second leadoff spot for the Bobcats. They love to put high average players in that 9 spot. This one hit over to Coy, and a quick top of the 7th gives the Bobcats one more chance to get back into this one. A 5-3 score. Bobcats need to put a couple of runs on the board to survive in this one. Back in a moment on the Bobcat Broadcast Network.
All right, folks, we'll come back a little bit earlier to give you the out-of-town scoreboard, sponsored by the Pickle Barrel Cafe and Sports Pub. Young Harris, a loss at Embry-Riddle in game number 1. They're in game 2 right now, but the loss was 11-3. Coker and USC Aiken, they split action. Coker got the first one 16-1, and then USC Aiken won 7-6 in the second contest. North Georgia swept Lee 9-4 and 10-1. And that's your out-of-town scoreboard, and the Peach Belt sponsored by the Pickle Barrel Cafe and Sports Pub.
Sutton Long, the first Bobcat up in what could be the final inning of play. Just lets one run right down Peachtree Street.
That was pitch number 100 of the ball game for Lippert. 63 strikes.
Second pitch misses high, though. It's not Peachtree Street here. It's Hancock Street, as Scott McLeod would say. I was thinking Atlanta for some reason. 1-1 on the way. That was right down the heart, too. Long was on it. Just fouled back. Lippert again, over 100 pitches. Might be starting to leave some meatballs up for the Cats in the late goings. That one right down the middle as well, popped up to the right side. And if Lippert makes that mistake again, hopefully Sutton Long can turn on it, put it in between the chalk.
Long 0 for 2 in this ball game.
I mean, they're coming just belt high the last 2 pitches right down the heart.
Had a hit in the first contest and drove in a pair.
1-2 sinker. Dropped off the table after a couple of rise balls. And Long will retreat back to the dugout Bobcats. Only 2 outs left to get back in this one.
Yeah, great pitch there. Came low and inside with it. And really not much that Long could have done with it. That's her second strikeout of the ball game, and I believe 7 now for Lippert.
Strike inside corner. Coy up, Snyder on deck, Caitlin Davis.
Coy 1
waits in
for
the
2.
wings.
Sorry, Sam, with a 1 for 2 with a single, 390.
0-1. This one hit to center field. Retreating, but making the catch is Tiffany Holland. 1 out remaining in this one.
So the Bobcats down to their final out in the form of Caroline Snyder. Snyder's ball game here, she is 1 for 3, but that hit came in her last trip. It was a single just a couple innings ago. Did have a great first ball game, though, with a 2 for 3 effort driving in 3.
First pitch missed low. Things started for Shorter in the top of the first. They get 1 run up on the board. Bobcats answer with 2 of their own in the bottom of the second, but the Hawks come back in the 4th, tie things up. Then use the 5th to push 3 runs across. Bobcats squeaked 1 back in the bottom half of that frame, but haven't been able to catch up since.
Walks as good as a hit here, Sam. Got to get 1 base runner, Lees. Put you within swing of the bat.
3-0, Caroline Snyder will be holding the bat in her shoulder no matter what, I'd imagine.
Can't hit a 2-run home run if you don't have anybody on base. That's how that works.
3-0, and that missed. There you go. That's exactly how that works.
There it is. There it is. So now Jessica Hales is due up, but I think we're going to switch back to Davis. Hales came in for defense, and we're going to switch back to Caitlin Davis. Now, remember, Davis sent a home run over the right field fence in ball game number 1, and that's exactly what Coach Grodecki's looking for here, is Davis to find a pitch she can drive.
New catcher number 17, Caitlin Davis.
Haley Howe on deck. Snyder on first. Probably your fastest Bobcat on the base pass. First pitch misses high. Lippert having a tough time finding the strike zone in the last out.
Yeah, that speed won't come into play on a stolen base here. They're not going to worry about that. It's going to be potential of scoring a run if something can get in the gap, especially with running on contact here with 2 outs.
1-0 misses away. Might just wait till Lippert throws a strike.
Yeah, that's 6 balls in a row, right?
That is.
Because I think it was a 4-pitch walk for Snyder. And that, I think, is the as the second baseman dips in there, Carricker, just to say, hey, put it over. We'll do the work.
2-0. Oh, just caught the outside corner.
Good frame job there by the catcher, Oda, to pull that back in the zone as well.
The 2-1. Lippert gets the sign. This one hit up the middle. It's going to get down. Runner will head to third. And the effort from Holland, all for naught as it skipped out of her glove at the last second. I'm not sure if she trapped it or not, but it gets away from her. And the Bobcats stay alive, if just by inches.
Well, she got in between a couple of plays there. She was looking for maybe a sliding attempt at a grab there, and then got kind of sideways caught on a dive. If she makes the decision to lay completely out, I think she might have caught that ball.
Sure.
But it did kick out of the glove there. Yeah. And as a result, the extra bag for Snyder is now it's runners on to corners.
Haley Howe. Last hope for the Cats once again as that comes across the plate for strike 1.
Howell still looking for her first hit here in game number 2. 0 for 3, batting average at .291.
A 1 looked at right down the middle. Bobcat fans wanting Haley to take a swipe at that one. Instead, she finds herself in an 0-2 hole. Bobcats down to their final strike. Winning run at the plate. Looked at high.
Howell with a big double in the first ball game. Knocked it off the right center fence on the fly. One of those here would tie the ball game.
1-2 on the way to Howe. Fouled back. Howe stays alive.
Well, I say that's when you're just missing the pitch, just barely. She's got it timed directly on if it's going directly back foul like that. So just missed it. Lippert's got to think about maybe something off speed here or a different part of the zone.
1-2 runs high. Deuces wild, Al Weston.
Nice. They had 2 runners on as well. Look at you.
Howe battling late. Bobcats backed into a corner. The 2-2 coming quickly. Popped up right side. And that will end it. Bobcats get a couple of runners on in the bottom of the 7th. Can't bring them around. And that will end things here from the Peeler Complex. Cats get the split, take game 1 to 11-2. This one, they fall to the Shorter Hawks 5-3. The final score in tonight.
And cat yes.
Oh.
What is
things